Yeah, come my fault, bro. I'm gonna send it to you as well. Yeah, because I know you know JB needed this shit like it, bro.
Do many people stop by here and talk, or they just the 80s, bro?
Nah, not really many, bro. Not really. Not many. It's rare. Very rare.
So I was like I'm a unicorn rolling up here.
Yep, exactly. Just like all of us, brothers, right? Yeah, y'all had the same walk, just like you, brother.
That's fire, bro.
Bullets.
Yeah, we live. Shit, you had something, bro? Hey, all praise Yahawashi, Sham, man. We back out here once again, brothers. The Spirit of the Lord, man. Shalom to the brothers, the little amount of sisters worshiping the Heavenly Father in spirit and in truth. Before we start, though, as always, giving all praises to the Creator of the heavens and the earth,
Yahweh, Baha, Yahawashi, Baha, Rakakwadash.
Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. That is His real name.
That's right.
And Yahawashi, that's the beloved Son's name. Right. And by those names only, you could call on to be delivered in these last times, you know? And that's very important to keep it to those names, right? Step on to the apostles over that great millstone who taught us the truth, understanding concerning the scriptures, right? And still to this day, they out there doing their thing, so it's double honors to the men. And hey, through the Spirit of the Lord, man, hey, we almost out of here. We almost out of here. 2022 is basically finished. Year of the turnip passed quick, and we entering into the year 2023. And hey, this next year gonna be very pivotal concerning Revelations, the 13th chapter.
I believe so.
Yes, it's gonna be very
spirit. And the spirit is coming. You know, all roads lead to Esau forcing you to get a micro CHIP.
That's right, bro.
All roads is leading to that, man. And if you ain't teaching your people that, you're a false prophet.
That's right, bro.
All right, that go for all you other Israelite groups. You're false prophets, man. Your ISUPK, okay, your IUIC, and whatever other group that's not warning their people of this technology that Esau Edom is getting ready to roll out, man.
That's right, brother.
You know?
Yep. And let's go to Revelation 3 and 10, all right? It's so very important.
I'm going into that tomorrow.
Okay.
When I go live.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
That's the spirit, man.
This prophecy is basically like, for right now, this is one of the most important prophecies to understand. Because everybody's gonna get put in the pickle or the ultimatum of whether you're gonna choose the Heavenly Father or you're gonna choose this world. You're gonna choose the ways of Esau. Revelation 3 and 10. You got some though? Yeah, go ahead.
It's Revelation 2 and 2. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and hast found them liars.
Them other groups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them other groups. They doing this whole goddamn tour of interviews.
Right, bro. Everywhere.
With all these platforms, but ain't nobody saying nothing, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You have no urgency about the warning from the Heavenly Father.
Right. That's right.
All of you are about your own belly, man.
That's right, bro.
You worldly ass niggas, you, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Esau getting ready to come down, like, woo! Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? The money is obsolete. Woo! Come March, they ain't accepting no more cash, man.
Huh?
And March will be here before we even know if we even make it to that point.
Huh?
You know?
Yeah.
If all hell don't break loose, March will be here quick.
Fast. No?
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1.
Woo!
It says, but there were false prophets also among the people.
Woo! Yeah. And the Lord put these false prophets out there, and it's on you as an individual, all right, to make the right decision. That's right, based upon your discernment. All right? Everybody's been given a spirit to discern, man. Yeah. Now, if you just want to follow because of the gimmicks and the being able to start a rap career, you know what I'm saying, and all that bullshit, hey, when the judgment comes, accept it.
That's right. Yeah, because
Just
where your
accept it, man.
like what the scriptures say, where your heart is, there will your treasure be also.
That's right.
So if you came for the gift of rapping or to be successful rapper, well, that's what you're gonna have to use in that day. And let's see how much lyrics or how many words you can put together to rap out of a concentration camp.
Yeah, nigga, this ain't house party.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When Kid remember in the house party when Kid was rapping while he was in jail? To keep them niggas off his ass? You ain't gonna be able to rap to keep Esau off your ass.
Right.
Woo!
Right. It says, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them.
Right, a damnable heresy. Let's get an example. ISUPK. This is what he says the mark of the beast is. He said the mark of the beast is not a microchip that they're gonna put under your skin. Then he tried to sound all intellectual. The mark of the beast is a spirit that you carry out for the beast. What? That's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. Esau ain't spiritual, so why would he give you a spiritual mark? Stupid. He gonna give you a carnal mark. He wanna brand you. And Cesariak, he's branded.
That's right, bro.
Cause he told all Israel he took that goddamn potion, man.
Yeah, he did.
He took the potion to show how strong he was. We gonna see how strong you is, nigga.
That's right. That's real.
You tempted the Lord.
Yeah.
And the scriptures tell you, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power.
That's right.
All right? You think the Most High is a game, or you think the Most High is something to play with, man. Most High ain't nothing to play with. He finna show the world that he ain't nothing to play with.
That's right.
All right? When all these bodies get to dropping. All right? You see what Gil Bates of hell, you see what he talking about. He just pop up again talking about it's gonna be another. Sleepy Joe said it's gonna be another pandemic.
Yep.
And you niggas is talking about fix the black community, man.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna fix it. If they can't be fixed by the hearing and washing of this word, they ain't fixable.
That's right.
They just gonna be casualties, man. And you gotta come to the grips of that.
Yeah.
You know?
You know,
This Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of the Heavenly Father had taken none effect, but they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
That's right. Because you got Israelites out there. Niggas in disguise is Israelites.
Yeah.
That's what they are, man.
That's right.
They got a glaze of Israelite over them, man. Yeah, a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Got the word heresy in 2 Peter, the 2nd chapter. It comes from the Greek, G138. All right, the definition, it says a body of men following their own tenets.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. That's why you see when you go on their platforms, them guys giving a whole background on how they grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, man. Everybody came from the gutter, nigga.
Yeah.
Everybody did, nigga. This ain't blind TV. You know, everybody got their story. It ain't about our story because none of us save ourselves.
Right. None of these guys that being interviewed, none of these interviewers are calling on the name or even saying anything concerning the name. Because the Zariak, he was on the phone with Kanye West. They wasn't talking about nothing.
Yeah.
He was on the phone
With Kanye West.
They was in the clubhouse.
Damn. You know?
These niggas, all them niggas go to the clubhouse and they just talk, man.
I'm like, dude.
And all of them, ain't none of them got no authority.
Yeah.
When Yahawashi spoke, he spoke with authority, man.
Right.
Y'all trying to compromise with niggas in the world?
Right. Shit.
Y'all trying to, you're off. You know, you're off, man.
That's right,
and if you don't repent, the Lord gonna kill you.
That's right. That's right. I got you. This Philippians 3:18. It says, "For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are enemies of the cross of Yahawashi." Right? Because first off, you're not throwing Yahawashi's name out there. You know what I mean? You're not throwing that name out there. That's a vibration. That's like when you say that name, the scriptures say that the word of the Most High cut to the intent of the heart.
It shut everything down.
That's right, bro.
It don't matter. It don't matter what type of environment you're in. When you push that name out there, them spirits, they gon' calm the fuck down, man, and listen to what you got to say. Even if they don't even know what you said when you say the name. Because it's gonna be like, man, what did he just say? But they ain't gonna have nothing to say because that vibration is gonna keep their ass in check, man.
Right.
And see, they don't believe that, man.
Yeah.
They truly are unbelievers, man.
That's right, bro. Yep. It says, whose end is destruction. It says, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame.
That's right, man. Whose God is their belly. They want to do what they trying to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Your
They
belly.
got their own vision.
Yeah. That's part of your mind, what you want. You is not what the Heavenly Father wants, it's what you want. So, you know, the belly, he linked that with John 7:38.
Yeah.
You know,
Out of his belly.
shall flow rivers of living water.
Yeah, come, bro. Added to you, when you read the NLT version of that, instead of belly, it uses the word appetite. You know, that's where you have your hunger at.
What you hungry for? A lot of dudes ain't hungry for the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
They hungry for this bullshit here. They want to be praised by men.
Yeah.
You know, they want all these used up thoughts out here. You know?
That's his evil hungers and thirsts after righteousness, man.
That's why here it is. This nigga Sakari he pulled the weakest move like in a long time, bro. Like that's the weakest move I ever heard in my life. As far as saying Louis Farrakhan is a leader of black people, which it has a certain like truth to it, because he ain't talking about black people anyway.
But what he should have said,
But you know,
he should have said, yeah, he's a leader of black people, those people that are void of the light that I teach.
That's right.
You know, and he should have went in.
Yeah,
But he didn't, man, because he about his own belly. And I wasn't surprised, man. I wasn't expecting him to big up the real men that got his ass where he is, man. That lit a fire up under his ass, which was the apostles and elders of great millstones.
Right. And then, they act like we forget the foundations of what you used to say versus what you say now.
Well, we could forget, but the Most High ain't forgot.
Yeah,
That's the
right.
main thing.
That's the most important.
That's the main thing. See, they have no fear of the Lord, man.
Right, bro.
But the Lord gonna put the fear in them, man. You know? Go ahead. Was you done in Philippians?
Yeah, that was it right there. Oh, you know what, bro? Not Philippians. It says, Philippians 3:19, it says, whose end is destruction, who God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. Right.
They all about the world.
Yeah.
They ain't teaching Jake about what's coming.
Yeah, all they heard about is women, where the bitches at.
But they not even that. Really, it's about money.
Yeah.
Guys. It's all about the money, man.
Yeah.
It's like the scripture say in 1 Timothy 6:2. It says, many have pierced themselves through. All right? With many sorrows because they love money.
Yep.
It's all about the money, man. Because when you get money, what comes with that? Women, a little bit of worldly power. That's what it's all about with these guys, man. It's all about getting that bag with them, man. But the bag, Esau finna cancel the bag.
That's right. That's why what's the name saying 5 million. He throwing out 5 million out there. Like, come on, man.
To the Amalekites.
So 5 million will last you a lifetime if you do it right. So what the hell we gonna? The scriptures say this is not our rest, man.
Yeah, man.
And furthermore, 5 million ain't gonna take care of the so-called black community. You know what I mean? That's for his pockets.
Worse, bro.
That's for his pockets, man. That's for his pockets, man. And the Most High didn't tell us to build up schools out here, man. He told us to teach the gospel. That's it. What superscription is this?
Correct. This is Galatians 1:6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahawashi unto another gospel,
which is not another.
which is not another.
Right, because they got that Israelite glaze on them. They got a glaze about it. But really, they under that glaze is their own agenda.
Gosh.
You know? They've been moved to another gospel, which is not another. You know? Phonies, man. There's more phonies than there are real out there. And that's even in the world.
Right.
Whatever type of background you come from in the world, there was more phonies than there are the real ones, man. How much more in this knowledge?
But it says land back, it says there are many called of few chosen.
Right.
It says going back Galatians 1:7, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Yahawashi.
And if they not warning you of these things that's coming on the earth, all right? When I was coming out here, I drove past a whole field full of them Walmart containers. Another one.
Damn.
Oh, yeah,
A whole
they do
field
a whole
of
nother
them.
shipment.
A whole nother, and they stacking them, man.
Damn.
Walmart, ain't no Walmart near that place. And they had what you call them solar panels.
Right. Oh, those propellers, Elder?
No, the panels.
Just the
The
panels.
panels, a
Right.
whole gate of them. And a whole,
Right.
it looked like it could power a city.
Right.
man.
That's what I'm gonna say. Right. That's the electricity.
That's spirit. I was gonna say because they know that they're gonna cut the electricity off. But where they gonna be at, they're gonna be powered by the sun.
Damn.
And
Hey,
Esau
they-
has technology to where he can store power in those
It's like basically like a
different
battery.
devices. Yeah, like batteries.
Right.
But batteries as big as this.
Yeah, he got huge.
Yeah. You know?
He got shit generators for the hospitals in case the power go off.
Right.
The generators kick in. So he got some shit. And he got shit, advanced shit that he ain't even, the military ain't even, they don't show you
No.
until like fucking 20 years later.
It could be 40 years
Yeah,
later. You know what I
everything we
mean?
see now is old technology.
Right.
Oh.
It says, verse 8, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you.
Right. So if you say a voice spoke to me and he told me this. Well, if it don't line up with the scriptures, what is it? What else to say?
It says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you, that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
Any other gospel which we have preached. Who is this speaking? This is Paul, man. If anybody come with anything other than what we preaching, let him be accursed, man.
Right.
In fact, can a brother get that curse? It's in Revelation 22.
18.
18.
I think that's 18.
Yeah.
He was talking to his own people.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't talking to Esau.
Nah, he was talking to
Talking to
Israelites
Israelites.
in Galatia.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
Because the Israelites were scattered amongst all people.
Right, bro.
And then that scattering came during the time of Antiochus, and even before that.
All the, like right now, what's going out, as far as the word is concerned, is first and foremost talking to us.
Absolutely. It's only talking to us.
They're only talking to us.
It only pertains to us.
And they're not listening.
Exactly.
It's obvious they're not listening.
Exactly.
They have a leader and they're going that way.
Exactly. So they're cursed.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to be accursed, man. They don't think so, but they're getting ready to be. When all hell breaks loose, watch how they scramble, man.
Like an egg.
Revelation 22:18. It says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Heavenly Father shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
That's right.
And if any man shall take away from the words of this book of the prophecy, the Heavenly Father shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book.
Look at that. So this is their last stop, so to speak.
So all the plagues that it says in this book and in the Apocrypha, hey, they're gonna receive it, man. You're gonna receive it. It says after death by pain, because you the liberty. Get that scripture real fast. What they loaf my law,
Second edition.
Second edition.
while they yet had liberty.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 9. It says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they have cast them away despitefully."
Hold up, before you. Hold up. Read that again, man. See how society's intact? You know, you got commerce going, everything's happening, people at work, businesses are open. The scriptures say there's going to come a time where there's going to be people out here in a pitiful case. The majority of the people are going to be in pitiful cases, man. All right? Read it.
2nd Esdras 9 and 9. "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways."
You abused the ways of the Lord, meaning you didn't take heed. So therefore, when all hell breaks loose, when the power goes out, when Esau got stormtroopers out here, when he got checkpoints, you know, when he straight up show you he's the devil, now you're gonna be in that pitiful case. Because you didn't build yourself up to have that hedge about you. Right? You know? Go ahead.
It says, "They that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments."
Yeah, you cast the ways of the Lord behind you. You know, that's the majority of our people. All the tribes, man. You know, everybody know about the Israelites. Everybody does.
Right.
Celebrities, cashier at the grocery store. Remember we was at the beach. We wasn't in our garments.
Right.
We wasn't in our garments, but she asked us if we went to her little tent to buy some tacos.
Oh no, I
And
wasn't
some
there.
pan. No, you wasn't there?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Okay.
That was,
Oh no,
that's when
you
y'all
wasn't there. That was Elder Big Gab was out
Right,
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
we didn't have people come up to us like, "Man, what are y'all, man? What y'all do?"
Right. But old girl, she asked me straight up. She was like, "Are y'all Israelites?" Just a random chick. But she was in Long Beach selling pancakes. But she saw the camaraderie we had amongst each other.
Right, that's the scripture.
And it wasn't just, it was basically a representation of all tribes. We had the Latin brothers, the so-called Latino brothers, and the so-called people. We were all together chilling.
Yeah.
And she saw how we vibe, and we were spending money with them, and we was, we was being the true ambassadors of Yahawashi on earth. And she straight up asked us, So everybody know about the Israelites.
Remember they say we're gonna be a spectacle unto the world?
Right.
Like what is that?
And the scriptures tell you we're gonna be assigned too. We're assigned to the world. Look at this, like this intersection here. Everybody that's driving by that see us, they doing this.
Yeah.
What they doing?
Hey.
Every week.
This is the light. It's the light. Yahawashi was referring to, man. We're on top, shining for the world to see it. Man.
As the scriptures tell you also, a city that you already know. Go ahead, get that, brother.
I got something after that.
Yep, Matthew the 5th chapter.
This is Matthew chapter 5. Yeah, Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. It says, "Ye are the light of the world."
Ye are the light of the world. Right? And we're not the light because something we did. We're the light because the Lord put the Spirit on us, man.
That's right.
Because Yahawashi is the true light.
That's right.
You know?
We want the words of Yahawashi.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
basically the same thing I was gonna say. We have the spirit of Yahawashi. That's why we have the light. So we're one.
Yep. That's right.
It's like, you got a candle and it's not lit. Once that main candle gets close to you, you're gonna be lit.
Yep, you're gonna be lit.
You're gonna be lit.
Yeah. There's nothing different than the spirit that was on Moses or Jeremiah or any of the men you read about in the Old Testament. They got lit with the Spirit of the Lord to move and go prophesy to the people. It's the same thing happening right now for the people, for the Israelites, for the elect.
It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel."
And there's no excuse because we right in the open for everybody. All you gotta do is jump out the car and come walk up here and listen and you know, listen and get the light, get the truth. And that's why Jake ain't go. There's no excuse at the end of the day. Once the judgment starts, there's no excuse. Period.
Ecclesiastes 8:1, who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing. A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed.
And I got another one right here in Second Peter chapter 1, verse 21. It says, "For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man." Like I said, it's nothing we've done.
Right.
You know, ain't nothing. You know, we like the scriptures tell us in the book of Isaiah, our righteousness is as filthy rags. You know? So it says, "For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit." You know, and that's how it goes, man. When you go to the Apocrypha, it tells you. Somebody give me that.
I got you. 2 Ezra 14.
Wisdom of Solomon 7.
Okay.
Where it says she entered into pure souls, making them friends of the Most High and prophets. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon like 8. Either 8, 7, or 8.
Yes.
7.
Yeah, I'll find it real quick.
I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 38. It says, "In the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Esdras, open thy mouth and drink that I give thee to drink. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water. The color of it was like fire, and I took it and drank it. And when I drank of it, my heart uttered understanding, and my wisdom grew in my breast. For my spirit strengthened my memory, and my mouth was open and shut no more."
There it is. See that? Right. Once it's up in you, you can't get it up out you.
God.
That's what Jeremiah said. Jeremiah said he didn't want to speak to his people, but the word was in him like a fire burning. He couldn't help it. You know? It was impossible for him to just sit back on the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It was burning within him.
Yep.
You got that? Yeah, get that. Where you at? Let me see. Yeah, start there.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 27. It says, "In being but one, she can do all things."
Talking about wisdom, because you gotta know that wisdom is referred to as a woman in the scriptures. You know, this is the woman that'll never leave you if you do right by her.
Right.
You know,
And remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. And in all ages, entering into holy souls.
in all ages she entered into holy souls. It don't matter if it was during the 1400s, you know, even back, even BC times.
I was gonna say even slavery, bro.
Yeah.
If you watch the movie Emancipation, the main character that Will Smith played, Peter, he was moved by the Holy Spirit in that movie.
And his name was Peter.
That was Peter, bro.
And Yahawashi gave Simon that name.
And he was surviving. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
because Simon, Peter's name wasn't Peter.
Nah.
He was given that name. He was given, that was like a nickname.
Yeah.
You know how you grow up and it's characteristics about you in the older cats, they're like, man, we're going to call you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Lord did with Peter. He said, man, your name ain't Simon no more. We're going to call you Petra or Rock.
Yeah,
Rock. You solid.
Right.
You know, your name Peter. He said, upon this rock, I'm going to build my church.
That's right.
You know? And omens, man.
It says, and in all ages, entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High.
That's it.
And prophets.
She maketh wisdom, maketh you friends of the Most High, and a prophet, man. You know, entering into the holy souls throughout each generation, man. Which that's another reincarnation scripture right there.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, that's right. In all ages. It says, for the heavenly Father loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
Look at that. So that's who the Most High loves, man. Matter of fact, you know where that one is at? It's in Psalms.
I got that. Psalm
You know what I'm
68.
talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, go ahead.
Psalm 68 verse 11. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it.
That's one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, it's
I'm
different.
talking about the one where it says damn. It just says
friends.
No. It says damn. It left me, man. It come back to spirit. You know. Yeah. Read that part again. Maybe it'll come back to when I hear that.
It says, verse 28, for the heavenly Father loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom.
Oh, that's what it says.
Psalm 119.
him that trembleth at my word.
Oh, you talking about
Oh, okay.
Isaiah 52
Yeah.
and 1
Yeah.
or 64?
I think it says.
Those that fear and trembleth, I don't know word. You talking trembling?
I'm not sure. We're still looking.
Isaiah 66 and 2.
I got you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Isaiah 66 and 2. It said, for all these things have my hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord. Right. But to this man will I look, even him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word.
Right. Poor and of a contrite spirit and trembleth at the Lord's word. Right? Because contrary to popular belief, the Lord wants you to fear him, man.
What?
Proverbs get 1 and 7, 6 and 3. It's in Proverbs 1. I think it's 7. Yeah, verse 1 and 7. That's the beginning.
Yeah, Most High
That's how
wants
you
you to
learn.
fear him. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Yeah,
Right.
get that real quick.
It's like repentance. When you think about repentance and you think about how the scripture say you gotta acknowledge what you did, basically you come into a fear. You basically stopping what you're doing and turning around to the Heavenly Father out of fear. That's what fear drives you to move. Fear drives away sins. the
Fear is a
scripture say.
motivator, man.
Yeah.
You ever see like if you surrounded, you about to get into a fight, fear is gonna make you put your dukes up.
Yeah.
You know? Because you don't want to get pulverized, man.
Yeah.
You know? If a vicious dog was chasing you, fear is gonna make your ass run and hop over that fence.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
You know? Out of fear. So that's the Most High wants you to fear him, man.
Yeah, because when you fear, you move.
You move.
Yeah, it said, no one moved with fear.
Yeah, that's a script. That's beautiful. Yep, Noah was moved with fear. So he started building the ark. You know?
Oh, I can say, what was that? That's Abraham walked with me.
We got this one real quick before we do it. Sirach 1 and 21. It says, the fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where his presence turneth away wrath.
Look at that.
And then you said, but knowing the Lord. Yeah,
I
bro.
believe that's Hebrew.
Yeah, Hebrews 1 and 11 and 7.
Yeah.
Same mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, because they was talking against him while he was building.
The
But
whole earth.
yeah,
Everybody.
he feared the Lord. They feared the Lord. They didn't understand the fear that, you know what I'm saying? I got to do this.
Especially, they heard that it was going to rain for the first time. They was like, oh, hell no.
And it was clowning them. It was clowning them. You could just extrapolate, what they was doing. They was clowning them, man. Yeah, they was for what, like 120 years, man.
Yeah. And not only that, we talking about the beginning. So men were on higher levels back then. Spiritually, men had power. You know what I'm saying?
They had women, they had all the luxuries of the earth, man. The earth was beautiful.
Yeah.
They looking like this dude. They thinking he a fool. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the scriptures say, just run wax fat and kicked. That applies back then too. You know, when the sons of God, you know, they got on the earth and they start wilding, man.
I'm loving that shit.
You know, but even now, just like Noah, all us brothers that's out here and throughout the planet Earth, we were moved with fear. When we heard this thing, and we were moved by the fear of the Lord, man, because what's the ultimate fear? The missiles, man.
Right.
The missiles. Woo. You know? You know what I mean? Being left here.
Fire on anybody, they gonna move. Or they getting threatened, you know, with fire. You should be moving, but you know, Jake. Hey, we tell Jake all the time the fire is coming. Jake ain't moving.
And that's the thing. They've never seen war come to this to these soils, man.
Right.
Just like rain.
They never
When Noah
seen
was
it.
prophesying.
Yep.
Nobody ever seen rain before.
And they never seen it rain down fire. So they like, shit,
Right.
America's
That'll
the
never
greatest.
happen.
Right.
America.
America ain't going down.
Right. We're the greatest country, got the greatest military. It don't matter if you got, you hear what Russia is saying?
You know what I'm saying?
They saying, look, we ain't playing. We just gonna nuke shit.
That's right.
And that's the spirit of the Lord on them, man.
That's right.
They got a whole different.
They're like, look, we ain't finna play these games with y'all.
That's right.
Y'all get feeling froggy. We gonna let missiles fly. That's what we
right.
gonna do. Woo! And that's what the Lord ultimately gonna do.
That's right.
He gonna let the missiles go.
That's right.
They want to set up one of them bombs and put it out for the world to see. Basically saying, what's the saying Jake's saying now? Fuck around and find out. That's what the Russians are saying. Look, we're gonna set this right here. Now fuck around and find out. See if we playing.
Yeah. It's Hebrews 11, verse 7. It says, by faith, Noah, being warned of the Heavenly Father of things not seen as yet,
Yeah.
moved with fear, prepared the ark to the saving of his house, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
Man, that's what we out here doing, man. You know, week in and week out, throughout the week. We're moved with fear so we can, Lord will save our house, man.
Yeah.
Lord will we make it up out of here, man. We ain't, you know, we not playing. You know, like you other groups. Y'all playing with the Most High, man. The Most High is not one to play with.
That's right.
He's not like man. You know?
Never sure what Heavenly Father said to Moses. He said, basically,
He said, I'm finna get rid of them. I'm finna kill them all.
and
I'm tired of
and
them.
just, you know, start
Yeah.
with you. So that's what he did with Noah. Basically.
Yeah. That's basically gonna happen. That's just, we're gonna restart over with the elect.
Yeah. Like, man, I'm tired. I'm about to kill them all, man. Here it is. I done did all this for them, and they down here worshiping a golden calf. I'm finna kill them all.
Yeah, get a fresh batch.
And Moses had to remind the Lord. He had to throw the Most High's word back at him. And that's what repented the Most High. He's like, yeah, you right.
Yeah, I did say
That's
that.
my word.
Yeah, I did right.
With them niggas,
You know?
you deal with them niggas.
Yeah, because he did it before.
Right.
Ain't nothing to him. He said, shit, I did it before. We do it again.
And that's the thing.
One day to the Lord is 1,000 years. Yeah. One day fast, everything populated back.
Right. Got quit.
And that's the thing, man. There's not enough fear of the Lord out here, man. You know, just like during the time of Noah. Give me that Genesis 6, where it says the earth was full of violence and men's heart was set them to do evil continually. That's the spirit that's out here now.
Yeah, that's like 3, 5, 6, 7. I got a quick one if you need it.
Where you at? Yeah.
This is Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. It says, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
That's now too. See, this was in the beginning, which brought the first death. See, when the Most High looked down, he like, man, they out here doing too much. They not abiding by the code I gave them. So I'm finna go ahead and wash them all up, man. Because the wickedness is great. Go ahead.
It says, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
That's right. And what made it evil? It was contrary to the ways of the Heavenly Father. That's what made it evil. Go ahead.
It says, verse 6, and it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
Yeah. You know, Jake, you know, you think the Most High ain't got emotion. He created emotion.
Right.
He created that, man. Woo! You know? Go ahead.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast.
Right.
And there's scientific proof that the flood actually happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which we didn't need it because the Lord put in us the gift of faith.
Right.
We believe just by what's written. But Esau has scientific proof that the flood actually happened.
Right.
That's why you got the Grand Canyon.
Exactly.
All right, the Grand Canyon is a result of the Great Flood.
Yeah,
Because
yes,
the
sir.
scriptures tell you when the flood happened, that the water burst up from the earth. Not only did it burst up from the earth, but the Lord opened up the windows of heaven and poured water on the earth.
Man.
And it rained.
Man.
Even the,
That's why you, I'm sorry.
So
like,
the Lord overkilled, he overkilled with water in the beginning, and he gonna overkill with fire on this side.
Right.
No, you got anything else?
I was gonna say that's why you find dinosaurs intact, and they found that they find this layer of silk throughout the whole earth. You know, after time, you know, nature when you got the leaves, the trees fall, the you know animals die, and you know things pile up in different ways. But this, it was just like years. It was just a thick, where it should have been years. It was just a thick silk. And dinosaur bones and sea creatures bones was in the same level.
Yeah.
And it's only one
Entire earth.
it's only one explanation of that. It was a flood, and that's throughout the whole earth they've been finding that.
And that's what broke up the landmass.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
the earth was one great landmass.
Right.
With rivers, lakes, and you know, bodies of water throughout it.
Yeah.
That's how the earth was before. But the flood is what broke it up.
Right.
That's what broke up the earth, man.
Yeah. So
You know?
Yeah, that's
Lord, can I read about the flood, Elder? Can I bring it up real quick?
sure.
Genesis chapter 7, start at verse 17. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the water increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted above the earth. Verse 18, and the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon the earth.
Now you know in the city when it rains a couple of hours, it's already flooding.
Already.
So imagine from the busting up from the earth and on the top, raining 40 days.
Man, the Lord
49.
covered the highest mountain.
It's
He covered the highest mountain.
Yeah, that's why Noah's Ark landed in the
mountains.
crevices of Mount Ararat.
Yeah, the
in
mountains
Turkey.
of Ararat.
Yeah.
Because there's many mountains over there.
Right.
You know?
Not on the tip of a mountain,
And just in the midst of the mountain.
but in the crevices, and you know.
Because if you look at the mountain ranges around us, those are mountains.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when the water succeeded,
You know. Yeah,
it just
you got the-
lodged there.
Yeah, you got the boat moving down with the water, and then boom, it just lodged. And that's they measured it from what the Bible said, and it's the same size,
Same length.
same length.
Amazing.
They actually dug it up. They went and did, you know, archaeological, scientific proof
Right.
that the flood actually happened. And like you mentioned about the dinosaurs, because Esau, out of one mouth, he'll tell you billions of years ago there was a
Big Bang.
what they call it,
Big
there
Bang.
were meteors.
Yeah.
Right.
Meteors that came to the earth and destroyed all the dinosaurs. Well, how you find the dinosaurs fully intact?
Right.
If meteors came and destroyed everything, because that means you'll find a limb of a dinosaur over there. That means you'll find a whole neck over there. But you finding these huge
they all
creatures
intact.
fully intact.
Fully intact.
Where you got these Edomites out there brushing the bones
Right.
on the dirt to where they can show you the whole skeleton of a dinosaur, man.
Yeah, bro.
Right. They're finding fish that was buried in the silt with as they was eating. You know, they got the skeleton, and it had one fish where it had another fish in its mouth. You know, you imagine what was happening. He was grubbing, and then, you know, the flood came, and then the silt came over his ass and just buried his ass, just, you know, how he was in the midst of eating this shit.
Yeah, that's what the Lord gonna do with him. He gonna
that's
stain.
scripture. That's
He gonna
scripture.
stain people's shadow into the Woo! That's hot.
Fire.
That's what happened with the atom bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima and
Hiroshima and
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki. That flame was so intense. It was so hot that people's shadow was imprinted over there, man.
Damn.
The shadow of a person was you know?
You know how you do
Yeah,
like
like
this.
a photo. It's like a
It
photo.
was like a photo.
It gets so bright that it leaves your shadow on the like a Polaroid.
That's crazy.
Man.
Like the Lord got a giant camera flash on you that melted you.
Woo!
That's what happened to Jerusalem. When we left, the food was still cooking. When we had to flee for our lives out of Jerusalem or Israel. They said that the food was still cooking when people left. Like
Oh
when
yeah,
they
when they saw the Romans coming.
They just left.
Yeah, because they listened to the Lord.
Yeah.
Because the Lord said, look, don't grab nothing, just get out
Just
of there.
go.
Yeah, I'm going to the housetop.
But you had, and you also had Israelites that didn't listen.
Stay.
And they got stuck.
Yeah.
They
You
got
know,
put in captivity.
to the point to where they start committing cannibalism, eating leather.
Yeah.
I mean, they ate leather, they ate the leaves off the trees, everything. But then at the end of it, when nothing was left, they turned to eating each other, and they made a suicide pact. You know,
Everybody's a car. Listen, I got it.
go.
That's it. That's okay.
That's Sirach 44:17. It says, Noah was found perfect and righteous. In a time of wrath, he was taken in exchange for the world.
Look at that.
It's heavy, man, right there.
He was found what?
He was. It says he was found perfect and righteous. And in a time of wrath, he was taken in exchange for the world.
Look at that. So that's what our hope is. The Lord let his fury go, man. What you gonna do?
Yeah, because it talks about that little bit of gold, you know, that the earth it comes out of. You know what I'm saying? So you're not worried about the dirt or the other little, like the copper and the wood and shit like that. You just getting the gold, precious gold. It's only a few, you know. There's not so much gold on earth like that.
Right.
You know, so we represent that gold. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting put through the fire right now. You know, everyday living, man, to get those impurities out of us. So when it's that time, we're gonna be shining. That's what the Lord wants. When He come back, He want to see the gold shining. And we represent that gold, man.
That's right.
You know? And gold is a conductor. You know, we got the spirit of Yahawashi within us. That's why we won. When we get around each other, just like, you know, you put gold in a cell phone or something. We get around each other, we charge each other up and say we are precious. We are the precious stones, lively stones. We charge each other up, man. We make our week. You down? You come to camp, brother. Get around them. You know, start talking spiritual. For that whole week, you rejuvenated again.
Power up.
You ready for the next week?
And the Lord gives you metaphors like that because, like dealing with the stones. If you went to the stones, your stones charge off of each other. The actual stones, they charge off of each other, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you got the selenite stone that charges all
They
the
charge all of them.
It just got a little
And
bit.
that's a pure white stone.
Yeah, it looks like an ice.
Damn.
It says Noah was found perfect and righteous in the time of wrath. He was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore was he left as a remnant onto the earth when the flood came.
So Noah was the remnant of his time, him and his family.
Yeah.
You know?
Enoch
Lot.
was the remnant of his time.
Exactly. Lot was a remnant of his time.
Yeah.
You know? We're the remnant, Lord will, of this time, the end time. You know?
Ain't skipped.
That's right. And this is, matter of fact, give me that second Exodus chapter 2.
There's a lot more people, so therefore you got 144,000 compared to just 8. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, the 1/3 as well. So that's a big number, man.
Yeah, that's millions. 1/3 is millions. Israelites, man. Second Exodus 2.
Like 40.
So yeah, started like 40.
The second Exodus chapter,
Because this is what Ezra saw. You know, he saw it. It already happened. The Lord showed him in a vision. It already took place.
Man.
In a whole nother realm. You know? Go ahead.
second Exodus chapter 2, verse 40. It says, take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord.
Right. Clothed in white, meaning they put off the mortal and put on the immortal. Meaning they into this knowledge. The blood of the Lamb is upon them. That's what makes us pure.
Yeah, the word.
Clothed in white.
The word in you. So therefore, you know, you're pure.
It says, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Right. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed.
Called from the beginning. It's been predestinated before the earth was even created. Go ahead.
It says, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number. Right, and they all
great people who he couldn't number. So those are millions of people.
That's right.
You know, that's a lot of people. See, in the book of Revelation, it speaks about Revelation, the 7th chapter. It speaks about 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes, which represents 144,000. But it also mentions a great multitude, which are the 1/3, the Israelites. That's going to make it. He couldn't number them. He said, I could not number them. You know? And when as sure as the sky is blue on a sunny day, as society continues to get, or Esau continues to tighten up the noose out here, Jake is going to be looking for answers. Because they ain't going to be able to get them from their neighborhood pastor. Because them pastors are paid off.
That's right.
And they going to lead Jake right to the slaughter. But it's going to be a spirit out here to where Jake is going to be like, nah, something ain't right. See, everybody still got liberty out here. But as the liberty gets cut, and the main way Esau's going to cut that liberty is through the CBDC.
That's right.
The central bank digital currency.
That's right.
Where you can't have paper money no more.
Woo!
Right. When they go to the bank account, or they try to withdraw money out the bank, oh, you only can get $30 a day.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, we ain't even got paper money no more. You got to get this card. That's when people are going. When Esau starts messing with the masses' money, that's when people are going to be. They're going to have to take a step back and figure this thing out, because it's going to be for real. It ain't going to be no. We're going on the weekend vacation this weekend. Maybe we're going to go to this place. It ain't going to be none of that, because it's going to be real at that point. It's going to affect everybody. And that's the one way he's going to affect everybody. It's through a central bank digital currency, which ultimately is going to be the microchip, which is the RFID technology.
Right, bro.
You know, when people can't feed their children When you can't pay your bills, you can't pay that car note because he didn't erase your money.
Yeah.
That's when people gonna have to. They gonna hold up. No. This wait. That's when people gonna want to figure it out.
Yeah, that's when it's
You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's gonna turn riotous. The love of many go wax cold. Because there's no bread.
Like people gonna be running up in banks.
Yeah.
Over there in I forget what country that was. When a woman went up in the bank with a clock. This is a country. It's not like America. It was somewhere in the old world. Yeah. She had saved up $14,000, but she needed it so her sister could have a son. And when she went to the bank, they said we don't have the money. She came back with a whole gun and was on the desk. Y'all finna give me my money.
Yeah.
Imagine that happening here in America.
And that's
Where all these Edomites and the other nations and Jake that's armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
And the banks is talking about we don't have your money. Why you think every bank is bulletproof now?
Right.
Yeah, that little super butter.
Yeah.
Super thick.
Exactly.
It was a Jake, he was in I think it was a U.S. bank. And he was coming to withdraw $9,000. And the bank told him, well, we don't have it. He said, no, y'all got my money. I want my money. So go in the back and bring me my $9,000. And they were like, we don't have it. Woo! So that's gonna put a motherfucker over the top.
Yeah.
I didn't save this much money, and y'all telling me y'all ain't got it?
This is
That's gonna make people lose it.
Yep. This ain't years to come. This is around the corner.
That's gonna make people lose it, man.
Right.
And Jake playing like he,
Yeah, like it's this.
like he got a master plan and shit.
Ain't no, the only plan is the scriptures. The scriptures is gonna play out.
That's true.
And if you ain't in line with that, you're gonna be caught off guard.
That's true. Took so much
Yeah,
money from
bro.
Kanye, you know they gonna take your money.
Exactly. They see how they did Kanye.
Yeah.
Bank
You know,
told
which
him
he
they
set
wanted
up
to.
anyway.
Right.
But the point is, they sold you. We'll take your money. We'll give a damn how much money you got. We'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Chase Bank. He had put $140 million inside of Chase Bank, and they said, look, you gotta come get your money. We can't hold your money. You know what I'm saying? This is $140 million. This ain't 140,000. This is $140 million. Which banks make money off you putting your money in there. They make money off it. So if you put $140 million into a bank, how much they gonna make by holding your money? And they said, nah, we can't hold your money. You know?
That's why.
Money is a motivator. Money motivates people. You take somebody money, especially they hard-earned money, they gonna do what they gotta do.
Hey, Jake's sitting in jail right now because of that.
Behind money.
Yeah, so I slid there. I got so much to go with what you was
Like another example, Dr. Sabi. They killed him, right? Because why? Dr. Sabi, like Nip said, he short-stopped the medical field and the pharmaceutical field money. Because he was healing people. He wasn't treating them, he was healing them. See, the industry, or the medical industry and the pharmaceutical industry, they treat you. And when you take their medication, it messes up something else in your body to keep you coming, to keep you hooked. So who's the real dope man? Esau's the real dope man.
And they don't want the information that he has to heal to get out.
Yeah.
So they cut it like.
Yeah, they're like, no, we gotta kill this man. Because he actually beat a federal case without having a degree. Because he was healing people with AIDS, he was healing people with cancer. He was healing these
He
people.
brought 70+ people in there.
To be
and all of
witnesses.
them was healed for cancer, AIDS, sickle cell, all that shit.
He healed these people.
Yeah, it goes.
And Esau, going back to the Rockefellers,
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
they took over the whole medical field. They took over the holistic of the medical field, because prior to them taking it over, it wasn't about petroleum medicine. took it, it would heal you.
Yeah.
Because everything the Most High created was created for the benefit of the body.
Now you
Like
know
it tells us in Genesis, the herbs of the earth were created for the service of man. You know?
Now you know they talk Esau talking about banning sea moss.
Right. And that is not FDA approved.
Yeah.
You don't want
You know,
nothing that's
That's because
FDA approved.
that's
If it's FDA approved, it's more than likely poison.
It's a pharmaceutical.
and everybody using that because of Dr. Sadie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dr. Sadie, he told that he put that information out there like that, and it works. It works.
And Moab is trying to get in on it with they fake ass sea moss.
Yeah.
With they whole ass.
Yeah. He said from TLC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lisa Left Eye
She
Lopez.
was talking about sea moss way back then.
Back in the 90s.
She healed herself. Right?
She healed herself
Yeah.
of, she had some type of disease.
She
And
did.
you can, when you look at that video of her saying it,
sickle cell.
I thought it was AIDS.
Was AIDS?
I thought so.
AIDS, sickle cell didn't matter.
Yeah, because you can get rid of AIDS too.
But when you look at the actual video of her, you can see she had a glow about her.
Yeah.
She had a whole glow.
Bro,
Because all she was doing was drinking water and sea moss.
Yeah, she did that. She fasted for 40 days.
She looked
Meaning,
good.
not no, she didn't have nothing. She
Right.
went on the sea moss
She said
diet.
all she was drinking was tea and sea moss.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
It's like it was sickle cell. You was right.
Sickle cell, yeah. And then going back to, if my memory serves me correct, the Rockefellers took over after they established their Federal Reserve.
Yep.
And the first thing that they did was they went out and killed all the doctors that was going
That was-
against,
Yep.
that was
Going
going
against
against,
their protocol.
yeah, killed them all.
Yeah.
A doctor, for an example,
And they
another
still
doctor, a woman named Jennifer Daniels.
Where they sent her to the other.
No, she ran because they was threatening her life.
Right. They took her medical
Her,
license.
yeah, she
all
was
that.
a certified
Yeah,
MD.
I know exactly
Now
what
she's
you're talking
living in I think she's living in either Guatemala
Yes, now
or
she's
somewhere
in-
over there, and she's in another country because they took her doctor.
and made her bad name for it.
Yeah, but she was healing people.
Right.
And you know what she was healing people with? Turpentine.
Look at that.
Turpentine is it's like a nuclear bomb for parasites in the body.
Yeah.
And it comes from the pine trees.
Right. Fine.
It comes from the trees.
Yeah.
And the way she came with the remedy is one of the people that she used to see told her about an old slave remedy because
Yeah.
the slaves used to use this.
Yep.
Because the slaves would get all the parasites. They would get them parasites because the scraps they would have to eat. They get the pig, intestines of the pig, and it'll cause them to get sick. So they, being who they are, the
They know who
Israelites,
they are.
they tapped into nature and they found out that the pine tree holds the cure to them parasites. So that's what she did. She did her research, and it's called the turpentine cleanse, man. I went on that cleanse before.
that
I'm
cleanse,
telling you,
fucking
ain't
joke.
no joke, and it works.
I did it on you, man. I got a whole bottle of that. I don't
And it's so potent. It's so potent that when you can get it at Home Depot, you know what they call it at Home Depot? Paint thinner.
Paint thinner. Because really
Paint thinner.
it's really a poison to the body. But it's not a poison to where it kill you, but it's a poison to where you put it in and it kills all the parasites.
It kills all the parasites that don't belong.
So when you take it, it basically tranquilizes you. Like, you know, your body start detoxing and your energy levels
Shoot
shoot
up.
up. You know, it shoot up after
Yeah.
you know, you go down. And then once all the parasites, you start like it starts squirting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you actually
Yeah, you see the parasites.
you see them in your stool.
Yeah.
That's how potent it is, man.
What they would do with it, you gotta lace it with sugar.
Yeah.
So they put it into the sugar cube.
And you gotta take it in very small doses.
You gotta take small doses, you'll kill yourself.
The sugar is for the worms. The worms go to where the sugar
Yeah,
is
the
at.
parasites, because that's what
Parasites.
feeds the parasites. The
Yeah.
American diet is a parasitic diet.
And that's
a
the fuel
parasite
to cancer.
acidic diet. The American diet itself. What's the American diet consist of? When you wake up in the morning, breakfast, right? Flapjacks, waffles, hash browns. That's all sugar. It breaks down into
that's
sugar.
it. Glucose.
And it tastes great.
Iron.
Tastes bomb. But it's destroying you on the inside, man. Meat. Constantly eating meat. Every meal an American gotta have meat with it. You know? In the beginning, they didn't eat meat. They didn't eat meat in the beginning. You know? Look at the certain animals that all they eat is greens. And them are the biggest animals on the planet.
Right.
Some of the biggest animals on the planet. The elephant.
That's the biggest land mammal as of right now, you know. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that, man. Funny when Esau say, because there's other mammals that are bigger than the elephants, you know, but most I got them big.
You know?
Sugar, caffeine, and salt.
Yeah.
It's the American diet.
But salt,
Sodium.
the scriptures tell you your body needs salt. You know? But salt will tell you that in the Apocrypha. But not that table salt.
Right.
The table salt, that's filled with glass.
Yep.
They got extra
Shattered
glass in
glass.
it.
Shattered glass.
You got to get the pink Himalayan salt.
Because what the shattered glass does to the body, it's so micro and small, but when it's going through your arteries, it's
ripping it up.
It's slicing your arteries, little cuts, which is causing high cholesterol.
Yeah, the iodine salt is chemically made. It's not. It's
That
not
ain't
natural.
salt ain't naturally looking like
It's
that,
not
man.
natural. You want that Himalayan salt or it's another one.
Gray one?
Yeah, the gray one. Celtic salt. Yeah, well, you can tell because it's colored because it got the minerals in it.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Salt is good for the body when it's real salt. But of course, you can't overdo it.
That sugar too. They say that's more addictive than cocaine.
And you know why salt is good? For example, salt, it allows you to hold water weight.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So if you ain't around water, if you on a fast, you still got that water that's stored up in you because of the salt. You know?
That's why when you sweat and you taste it, it tastes like salt.
It tastes like salt. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 39, verse 26. It says, the principal things for the whole...
Hey, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. The principal things. Go ahead.
The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt.
You ever people with low iron in their bodies, which that's everybody because Esau takes iron out of everything because he knows this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's when you get what they call it when you
Brittle bones.
yeah, your bones are brittle when you cold, hair loss, anemic, because the iron is lacking in your body. Esau knows that, man. But he'll put actual iron.
Real iron.
Real iron in the cereal, man.
And that fucks your brain up.
Yeah, easily.
You get people
Alzheimer's is nothing but misfires.
Heavy metal.
You
There's
get
heavy metals in your brain,
Yeah.
causing your neurological system, your neurons, to where you misfire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a
Now,
car.
instead of having a actual thought, you repeating the same goddamn thing.
You gotta
You don't
hit.
remember nothing.
Go
That's
back.
what that's because of heavy metals in your brain, man.
And they put that in the baby Similac too, man. You can literally take a strong magnet and gather all the heavy metal that's in the Similac.
Yeah, bro.
So it's not good to feed your baby that shit. If you got a breast, man, throw it in the mouth. You got a tit.
That's what the man.
That's what his name is.
You know what I'm saying? We've been in America too goddamn long.
That's right.
That's why a lot of these women, they the ones that they have pride in saying that they're anemic. Well, I'm anemic. They're saying like it's a good thing. But you women, that's why your asses be through because your diets ain't right.
Especially women.
Yeah, you pull a hand the wrong way, their wrist is snapping. My hand.
I
Oh,
done
my
seen
leg.
a woman arm wrestle and her arm just broke.
It just snapped.
It
It
snapped.
snapped on her. She tried to arm wrestle a man. And it broke.
And it just broke.
She was looking at that movie. Oh my God, oh my God.
You know, nobody eat vegetables or fruits no more.
And even in that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Esau,
know.
he didn't
Yeah.
GMO that, man.
Yeah.
That's why we bless our food, man. I was like, Lord, whatever's in here, you know.
The Lord defeated our food, man. He said we shall eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles, man. And you know, and sometimes I be thinking about that scripture when I'm eating, man. I'm like, man, that's old, man. You know, and I get mad because I'm hungry, but I know, I'm hungry, but I know what Esau did to this shit.
If I didn't have to eat, I would.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, I said that too.
I'll be good to the mud. I ain't never, okay, I'm good.
I'm down to like 1 or 2 meals a day.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of nuts
And fruits.
and fruit,
iron.
man.
That's the first thing I have in my body every day is fruit.
I go right to Trader Joe's, get them nuts. Nobody buy them nuts, bro. They be
Nobody
stay
buy
stocked
nuts,
up.
man.
$6 a big thing of nuts, man. I'll be running through them nuts.
Because Esau really can't mess those. I mean, he messed everything up, but you know, you got to get the best of the work.
Nuts is the seed of the fruit. So, you know, you got the seed there.
Yes, more?
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
It goes into Esau ass, man. It's I'll read it again.
Yeah.
It says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape.
And set wine, man.
Wine and yeah, you got churchgoers say, oh well, it's against the law to drink. Well, first miracle Yahawashi did was turn water into wine. So what do you explain from that? And you know, he drunk wine. They called him a wine bibber.
Yeah.
You know, and then on top of that, it says that's one of the things that
A man's life.
yeah.
Things of a man's life.
So what are you talking about?
Hey, wine was made to make man's heart merry.
Mary. And it say drink a little wine, but I
But
stomach say.
I stomach certain and constant infirmity.
Yeah, that works.
That's why Esau has that term, a glass of wine a day.
Oh, right.
Keep it, it's good for your health.
Yeah. It's got antioxidants in there.
Yeah,
Because
bro.
of the grape, the skin of the grape. You get the color from wine from the skin of the grape, not the
because when
inside.
the inside is like a clear. It's like
Yeah.
a gel.
The skin was what hold all the antioxidants,
And the
nutrients.
seed,
Yep.
It's crazy. I was checking out a movie on, you know that Tubi. I've been telling y'all brothers about the little biblical movies. I watched one about Yahawashi earlier this week, and that scene you just quoted where the Lord turned the water into wine. He got mad at his mom. It showed you got mad at his mom right there. He said, "Woman, it ain't my time yet."
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
that's
trying to
what he
enjoy
said.
himself.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. That's the emotion that was really behind that
yeah,
verse.
that's why he said that. Woman, it ain't my time.
yeah.
But you know how the black woman is. She's proud of herself.
That's right.
Yeah,
She been seeing him do little miracles and things since he was a little boy.
Yep.
So she basically wins everybody partying.
Yep.
You know?
Everybody chilling, man.
I know
Yo,
somebody.
shot.
Everybody having a good time or something.
We finna be out of wine.
Hey,
Make something happen. You know? And he had to tell her, look, woman, it ain't my time
Go
yet.
and keep the body going. Let me.
But then after he told her that, she kind of humbled down and said, look, whatever he tell you to do, do.
yep.
You know what I'm saying?
He did it for his mom.
He did it for his mama.
Man, I can see my mom. Y'all brothers know my mom, her ass, you know. It remind me of my mom, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, have a good time. Come here.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, moms, y'all do the Michael Jackson. You know? That's the Israelite woman, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know, nowadays though, you look at the ingredients of wine, man. It's not just grapes. It should be just grapes.
That's all it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying?
Fermented
And
grapes.
you know, but you get sulfates
Sulfites, yep.
and all type of other shit. You're like, goddamn,
Pesticides.
you know, sulfur. What the hell is this, man?
You got some more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It says, "In the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing." Verse 27. All these things are good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil.
Woo! And that's what Esau did. He just turned it all into evil, man.
And then in the how the prophecies go, Heavenly Father gonna take all of that.
Yeah.
So really, all of them different things is gonna become a bad time to you. You're not gonna be able to just go purchase clothing or go purchase anything at the store.
Yeah. Or it said fire.
Fire. You're gonna be able to just turn the fire on.
You have to turn the heater on.
Yeah.
Because that's your modern day fire to keep warm is your heater in your home.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to learn how to create a fire.
Yeah. Right, bro.
They gonna come. The scriptures say the fountains, the springs of fountains, or the fountain of spring.
Yeah, the water shall be dried up.
Yep.
Shall be stopped.
That's why it keep making me think of this. I'm gonna get straight to the point on it, but this verse right here is very heavy, you know, that led us all the way up to this verse. Revelation 13 and 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the charagma, or the name It says that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. That's very critical, because once Brian is, when you can't just go buy to get the things you need, you can't put in work to get more money to buy, that's when it's gonna get all super tough. Just like the brother, that's how it started the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, when Jake ain't being able to, you ain't gonna just be able to go out and get what you need.
Right. That's when people are gonna go. That's when the scriptures speak about sedition, and there's gonna be a coming against the government. So people are gonna say, "Nah, we ain't gonna do it like this. We ain't going out," especially these Edomites.
Not just the mark, it's the number and his name.
Which the number, when you actually break it down, the number is his, like he has a bill called the HR 66066. So how is it? HR 0606.
Yeah, before.
That's his number. You know, because that number coincides with Satan worship. You know? Right? And his name is basically you down with this system. That's what it means. That's all it means. His system, his way of life, you down with. You with transhumanism. Because that's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to merge man with technology. They call it the Internet of Bodies. Instead of everything being an Internet of Things, they want an Internet of Bodies, to where they can tap into you and control you through their technology.
That's why they got the metaverse that's now on the rise.
Yes.
Everything coincides with each other, and also the guy who created the barcode with the 2 lines at the end equals a 6, the 2 lines in the middle equals a 6, and the 2 lines at the other end equals a 6.
Every barcode has those 3 lines. Which a barcode is a UPC, Universal Product Code.
Yeah.
So when you allow him to put that CHIP in you, you're his product now. You become his product, because everything that moves as far as commerce and what they call traffic, which is to make money, it has a barcode on it. Everything. If it's coming from China, them boxes that they put all them materials in, the box has a barcode, and each material in the box has a barcode, which is a universal product. So if you allow him to put that mark inside you, you allow him to put that C-hip in you, now you're a product of him. Now you're a product. And this is what the Most High don't want. This is why he said to warn you. Because if you allow him to put that in you, then the Most High gonna have to destroy you.
That's a violation of the very first commandment that the Lord gave out.
Yes, thou shalt have no other gods. Because that when you accept that, you're making him your God. You're making the so-called white man, Esau Edom, your God. Because he's the one that's gonna have control over you. Yo, he gonna be able to monitor everything inside of you, everything you're doing. He gonna be able to monitor all the money you spend, what you spending it on. Yo, he gonna be able to if you like Doritos and you buy too many Doritos, he gonna cut that off. No, you can't have no more Doritos because your blood pressure is up. type shit. This is the type of maniac we're dealing with, man.
That's right.
The devil.
It's not even a society. It's just people being controlled.
Yeah.
Like, there's no society. It's people being controlled.
I got some real quick, because you heard me use the word charagma, which the word charagma is nothing but the Greek word of saying mark, okay? So that's the reason why we use charagma. But when you look up the word charagma, it says, it goes back to Strong's G5480, and it says a stamped and printed mark. It says that the mark stamped on the forehead in the right hand of the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, you know? So,
Which the Antichrist is a spirit.
that's right. Check it out though. That's what that little thing is, the grain of rice that we tell y'all about. Now when you go further into the word, the root word behind that is karax. Alright? And when you look up karax, it says a perilous stake or palisade.
You know what a palisade is? That's a like let's say you want to build a wooden fence. You got that wood, but at the end of the wood it's pointed, so you can drive it into the ground. You know? It's a pointed end. That's what a palisade is, man.
Sure is. Yep.
Like in the ancient world, if you built actual, you know, like today they'll fancy the wood up, make it skinny, but they'll take trees, like smaller trees that's round, and they'll just chisel one end to make it pointy, so they can drive it into the ground close to each other. You know what I'm saying?
So you do it. Yeah. So the charagma is the grain of rice itself, but the rocks is the delivery system.
Which is
goes-
what?
Yeah. Was pointy and sharp, the syringe.
That's right.
Okay? And then when you go, it's another root word behind that, which is grapho, and it goes back to the Strong's G1125. And it tells you, it says to commit to writings. It says things not to be forgotten, written down, record. Which that grain of rice is gonna hold your records. It's gonna be delivered through a palisade or a syringe.
Like you go on social media and just type in chip girl, and you would see everything in her home is powered by that chip. If she want to open her door, she just wave her hand. If she want to open her dresser, wave her hand on her dresser. You know what I'm saying? And now she probably did it. She got a chip from Tesla, so she can start her vehicle and get inside her vehicle. And guess what nationality she is? A whole Edomite.
Right now.
Happy than a motherfucker with that technology.
And then there was a controversy a couple of years back, if your brothers remember, but one of the jakes was trying to come against that we teach that grain of rice is that charagma. But he was saying, well, hold it real quick. How is this little charagma, how is it gonna hold so much data? That's not possible.
Shit.
But see, the thing is this, that's nothing but I wouldn't know the word. It's like basically like a transmitter. Like that's what you swipe, but it ties you to the bigger database, man.
It shows he don't know nothing. Because when you put in data, like if you a data inputter, you have data put into technology is nothing but consolidate a whole bunch of shit to where you got access to a click of a folder. So when you consolidate everything to that grain of rice, they do it on the computer first.
Yeah.
You know, they give me your ID, and then they program it into that grain of rice. So now all they gotta do is scan the grain of rice. Everything's gonna pop.
Everything fucking pops in. They even got that thing that right now, like your phone, right? Your phone only holds so much data, but then there's a thing called you can store data in the cloud.
Yeah, cloud. Yeah. Cloud.
So that's what he starts doing with it. It's just gonna be a form of him being able to transmit from you to the big system that he has set up. The Beast. There's a computer called the Beast. It shows you in the movie Eagle Eye.
Yeah, man. Talking about this grain of rice, your your debit card holds
You know what I'm
data.
saying? A lot, man.
That chip in your card, you just tap it.
Yeah.
It holds data,
You know
man.
what I mean? Back in the days,
Once you tap it, it gives the system everything you want.
everything.
You know, because of the universal product code on everything you purchase.
Yeah, right.
They gotta scan it in.
Whole format these devils.
2 pounds of apples, you know, and then you hit it with your card. You got a whole list of everything you bought, and everything you bought came with that same universal product code.
Bro, man, because you know I worked in that field. That devil has created a whole system using numbers. Basically, we categorized everything. So when you say, for instance, you go to the store, you get an apple, it's a green apple. The last 4 numbers may be 1901, but then you got a red apple next to it. It is be 1902.
Yeah.
And just all recorded one after each other. That's what it is.
And that was data entry.
Yes, using numbers.
1901 is a green apple. 1902 is a red apple.
Yeah.
You know, it's that simple, man. Jake make things different.
Yeah.
You know, because Jake want to be extra deep.
Yeah, you do.
You know. Where did we leave off at before we went on that hiatus?
We was talking
Where was
about.
we at?
I was in the second entrance.
Oh, we was up in second address 13, or was it?
Two. Second S was 2. Second S was 2.
Yeah, 2. Yep. It's back in second address chapter 2, verse 41. It says, "The number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number."
That's the same thing John the Revelator saw, right? In the book of Revelation.
Yep. 14.
Go ahead.
Yep. It says, "Whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest.
Right.
And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he said unto me, These be they that which have put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal.
Right.
And have confessed the name of the Heavenly Father. Now are they crowned and received palms.
That's right.
I said unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Right.
By Sham,
Go back a little bit.
Okay.
Go back a little bit where it said, who are these?
It says, verse 34, it says, So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
What's the mortal clothing? What we have now. These bodies. At that point, what Ezra was seeing, he was seeing basically graduation day.
That's right.
Because Yahawashi was amongst us. And he was putting crowns on us.
Right, bro.
They didn't got the glorious body like Yahawashi has.
Yeah.
Immortal. They don't die. They have put off the mortal and have put on the immortal.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Yep. It says, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and now are they
And
crowned.
have confessed the name of Yahweh, Baha, Sham, Yahawashi. Right? That's what these men have done. So all these dudes that's hitting on these platforms, and you don't hear a peep about Yahweh or Yahawashi, they ain't a part of that group.
That's right.
You know? Because they not confessing.
To show you that, like we were talking about, the name have a hell of a vibration
They
on
got a super vibration. You got millions of people watching you, and you throw that name out there, guarantee you the elect is going, what?
Yeah.
They gonna be like, hold up. What was that? I gotta hear him. Let me listen. It's because the names of Yahweh and Yahawashi, man, that's vibration. Everything bows to those names.
Right.
All creation do.
You know, we made it water, and then when vibration hit water, it turns it into a crystal structure.
Yeah.
So when you hear the name of the Lord, the crystals in your body structures to that.
Yeah, your DNA reacts to it.
Yeah, your DNA reacts to it. Man, it's fucking heavy. I sent that video out with the DNA.
With the name of the Most High
Yeah.
in it.
And they you know, Esau break down the DNA into numbers, but then when you look up the numbers, each alphabet, you know, each Hebrew letter has an alphabet behind it.
You mean number?
A number. I'm sorry, a number.
Or alphabet has a
I'm sorry.
number equivalent.
Yeah, that's what I meant to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
And when it breaks down to the numbers break down to Yahweh.
Yeah.
So you would go to the, I think John 6, and then like, you know, you'll keep going, but then after you do the number, it spells out Yahweh.
Yeah.
And that's the code behind your DNA.
And that's your owner.
You know,
Not
they,
Esau, man.
you know they don't like to say the name, so they say yo.
You know, like you have an artist, right? After he paint, what does he do to that
Name on
painting? He put his signature on
His
it.
signature.
So the Most High signature is in our DNA.
Right.
So when you allow this man to put that thing up in you,
yeah.
he can just fuck your DNA up.
Yeah.
Now instead of having 2 strands of DNA, which is the way the Most High created it, now you got 3.
You got a third leg.
Now you got 3 strands. That's why when the queen, before she died, they lit up a DNA strand with 3 strands. As a walkway. That was right after they got the whole take that potion. You know,
So what's in this? I think the third strand
It's
went
down
right
the
down the
middle.
middle.
It's down the
I mean,
middle.
they severed your shit,
Yep.
man. Because DNA winds like this.
it won. Yep.
But he had it going down the middle. He cut your fucking DNA, man.
It's called CRISPR technology.
God damn.
I mentioned it. I've mentioned it. It's a documentary on Netflix called Unnatural Selection. Watch that documentary. They've been had this technology, man. It's called CRISPR technology, man.
Oh, man, when we think of every one of these niggas is deep.
Yeah, it's deep. We dealing with a maniac, man. We dealing with a monster. Menace.
But like that movie, he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm doing God's work."
Yeah. When you watch the movie Raccoon City,
Yeah, bro, that shit was crazy for it.
he had a whole torso open, and the motherfucker was still alive. And he had his little. And she said, "What are you doing down here?" And he looked up and said, "God's work." You know?
That evil ass Edomite too with the blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, bro.
I got that guy.
When we watch movies, we take the wisdom out of everything, man. You know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
We squeeze that sponge third.
All that about it.
All that
Shit, all that juice. I got that real quick. Psalm 64 and 6. It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Diligence, man, they don't play. Esau don't leave no stone unturned. He has it to the point to where he can create a disease to target your DNA.
Yeah, like on James Bond, the new James Bond. Check that out. That's a good ass movie right there.
He got weapons that'll target a specific ethnicity group, and they show you that in Utopia.
Yep.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Hey, and even Mike Adams brought that out when he was in his lab.
Yeah, Mike Adams, he brought that out. He actually brought that out before he did like a speech on the podium. And he said that they trying to exterminate black people. Black people is at the forefront of their geoengineering of the body to destroy you as a people. He said ultimately they trying to destroy everybody, but black people, you at the front of the list.
They showed that in their new movie with the dude that plays the store. He got a movie where he's like doing experiment. He's
Oh yeah, you
experiences
talking about
of-
yeah, you told me
Spider.
that when he put that
Spider.
thing in their
Spider.
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 He put that thing in their back.
Yeah.
And
he
he'll-
put it pumping with drugs.
Yeah, and he'll put them in a room,
Yeah.
He'll
Make them
put-
attack each other
make
and
them
shit.
attack, make them have sex.
Yup.
And dude got nervous one time because he put that big buck
Yeah.
motherfucker in there
Yeah.
with him. He thought he's like,
Yeah.
nah, I can't, nah. But Esau has that technology,
Yeah.
man.
He was using it on himself to get his ass high, remember? He was getting faded. Every night he'd turn this little drug thing up and it just...
They had to agree to it.
Yeah, they had to agree. Yeah,
to
they
it
had
every
to
time.
agree.
Yeah.
Just like to see him. You know? Yeah, you're going to have to make a conscious decision.
But it
You
showed
have
that
to
he
say
was
yes
doing that
or no.
illegally.
Yeah.
It showed that he was doing that shit illegally. He wasn't supposed to do it. That's why they always had to say, I agree. I agree.
Spider head.
Yeah, that's
Spider
why
head.
Esau.
Spider-head.
That's why Esau. That's why Esau always make you sign a goddamn contract. You agreed to this. You know what I'm saying? That's why Prince, he never used his name. He used artists. He started to use the name artist because they had patent over his name through contract.
And that was his real name.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why the apostles too, they always use the word you a contractual slave.
Contractual slave. Because when you, our birth certificates are contracts of slavery. That's why your name is in all caps. That's really not you. That's a straw man.
Straw man, a dead person.
You know?
All caps. That's why they put all caps on your tombstone.
Yeah, dead. Yeah. It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them, in the heart is deep.
All of them, especially those in the policy area. They got the resources to fund scientists, you know, in these underground labs, just like in the movies, just to fuck with shit. Let's study sales. You know? Study sales. What happens if you do this to a sale? You know?
Like that one dude on TikTok, he got a channel where he just splicing animals and mixing a spider with like a goat or
Yeah,
and then he had sort of
A centipede and a
squirrel
snake.
and shit.
A centipede with a snake.
Yeah, dog mix.
Yeah.
Kill him, man.
And you got regular Edomites doing this type of shit out of their own homes. They don't even have laboratories.
That's why he was doing it.
So just imagine what they doing in these laboratories.
Exactly, bro.
With the proper equipment, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Robots that can
Help.
help
You got all that
with
shit.
the nanotechnology that they come on, man.
Lasers and shit.
You can't put nothing past this devil, man.
Yeah, it's artificial womb.
Yeah, that artificial womb thing.
Artificial womb. That's
To where
basic.
they said they could what was it, 30,000 babies a year?
Yeah, 30,000.
A year.
Inch, shoes of height, color, strength, all that.
Yeah.
How many? Jake had more babies than that throughout all of the world in a month. So what are they telling you when they say this facility is able to produce 30,000 babies a year? What are they telling you? Ultimately,
It wouldn't be for Jake though.
no.
It'll be for them.
Right, but
Because they feel like they know they're the minority.
But they already, but what they doing, they what you calling it, making Jake sterile for men and the women.
Right.
So, in order for you to have a baby, you gonna have to get to that pod.
Yeah,
You gonna have to go in that pod. So when they say we can produce 30,000 babies a year, they saying we finna depopulate you motherfuckers.
Yeah. And they gonna produce
Because people around the world produce more than 30,000 babies a month.
Oh yeah.
All the babies, it's a baby born every day
Yeah.
throughout the planet Earth. Every day there's a baby born. So you mean to tell me you want to limit it to 30,000 babies a year?
Right. Bro,
This man's the devil,
crazy,
man.
bro. Yeah, bro.
You can, one man alone, all right? One man alone can impregnate 1,000 women. And they all can have his baby inside of a year. You know, inside of a year. That's 1,000 kids for one man. So he's trying to limit just the life period.
Yeah. He'll have control of life. He'll say, well, no, you don't need a baby.
And that's Isaiah the 14th chapter. I will be like the Most High. He think he the Most High, man.
It also tied to this nigga's artificial 10 commandments, the Georgia Guidestones.
Right.
It ties on there where they want to keep their population to a certain limit.
5
million.
million.
And remember, number 2 said they want to be able to manipulate and control how your sex. You know, like you having sex. You're not gonna just have
Ain't
sex.
gonna be no penetration. They gonna get rid of a man and woman having sex.
Yeah, demolition.
They during the COVID, the pandemic, they were saying, hey, when you want to be intimate, they put a board between you and your woman, and put a hole in it so y'all ain't contacting each other.
Bro,
So he's literally trying to get rid of creation.
They was trying to tell you to wear 3 masks in your house.
You know? So he's literally trying to get rid of what the Most High created, man. The Most High created a man and a woman so that they can come together, become one flesh. How do a man and woman become one flesh? When he sticks his rod inside of her. All right? That's why you women be attached. All right? You become attached to us and we become attached to you. All right? That's one flesh. You after our flesh, not us after yours. All right?
Right.
Yeah, there's a hormone
And
that
Esau,
man.
go ahead.
There's a hormone that man and women makes their body naturally make when a man lies with a woman. And that hormone make that woman want you. You know what I'm saying? It makes the man want the woman, and it makes the woman wants the man. But he has broken, weakened the body up to where that hormone is not active like it should be. That's why these women, after they lay with a man, it's just for that moment they get up, they don't feel nothing.
Because
they don't feel shit.
they destroyed the natural way. The
Yeah.
woman is supposed to be with one man. She not supposed to be laying down with all kind of men. Because now that hormone that releases in her body to attach to that man, it's all out of whack.
Yeah.
She's becoming attached to all kind of men. Now she got all these schizophrenia. She's all over the goddamn place. You know? Yeah, you see a woman that's dyeing her hair, she trying to get over somebody.
Yeah, she fucking throws her.
You know what I'm saying? She getting over the man she was attached to. She trying to be a new woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got demons on her.
Demons,
man, earlier this week I had I'm gonna just tell you what I experienced. I'm gonna just say how it went. But earlier this week I was sweating and everything, and I noticed I was smelling like my woman. So I googled that shit. Like, do people go through this? And when you so long with a person and y'all dealing with each other, that I don't know, it just you smell the damn same. You sweat and everything of the sort, man.
Yeah, that's literally becoming the one flesh.
Yeah, you become one flesh.
You become one with a woman, especially when you've been with a woman for so long.
Yeah.
You know, especially an Israelite woman.
Even I'm gonna be a little I don't know how to word explicit, but even your genitals and your pubic hair down there smells like your woman. Like you can smell it on you. Just naturally, even though you clean everything, it's just the natural scent is there. It you became one now.
Right.
And we can have many women for the record.
Yeah.
The Israelite man is supposed to have many women.
God.
You know?
Esau.
Yeah.
Took that away from him.
You still say it's a term for that?
Human farming with the
pods, the baby pods.
Human farming.
That's the matrix.
That's the matrix.
That ain't nothing but the matrix, man.
That's it right there. That's why. That's why it's one of my favorite movies all the time, man.
Yeah, what was we at?
Psalm 64, but I think that was unless you want to keep going on it.
Yeah, you can finish it up.
Yeah. Verse 7 says, Psalm 64, it says, but the Heavenly Father shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they...
What's the arrow? It's missiles. Most High gonna shoot at them with their own technology.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Yeah, that's why you got all these Edomites coming out, bringing it out. It ain't Jake in the laboratory looking in them vials, seeing them damn demon creatures.
Yeah, the demon in the vial.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Jake ain't studying the potion under a microscope. That's these Edomites doing it, man.
Like the ones, the embalmers.
Yeah, the embalmers. Them was Edomites.
They said if we didn't say nothing, nobody would know.
Yeah.
Because once we go up in them and do our thing, they straight in the,
Yeah, they're in the
dirt.
grave. Yeah, they're in the grave. That's that documentary died son.
Yeah.
They got data.
They the ones that's actually dealing with these bodies, and they all Edomites.
All of them.
And I delivered to a mortuary one time. There was some weird ass people. Man. I felt weird being there, just dropping off. I was dropping off some of the tables, the rolls. You know how they roll the body on the table?
Yeah.
I was dropping them off. Motherfuckers came out smiling at me and said, "Hey, how you?"
Yeah, they want to touch you and shit.
Yeah, don't be touching
You're
on me.
scared.
You're unclean.
You're around death, man.
Yo, unclean.
Bro, you touch a dead body, you gotta go 7 days to get clean.
Yeah, you unclean. And they constantly unclean. The woman was all smiley and shit. All Edomites. Edomite owned business.
You can tell they full of
Family
demons.
owned.
Full of demons.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, you ain't gonna warm up to it. Jake automatically know in their spirit. Nah, we ain't supposed to be around this shit, man. I remember when I was younger, man. Our auntie Elma, right? We used to live in Harbor Hills, by Pacific Palisades. They got projects down there called the Harbor Hill Projects. And right next to the projects is this big ass cemetery. And I'll never forget this. I was probably like 9, 10 years old. And as we walking, because we was coming from the grocery store, and as we walking past this cemetery, it was starting to get dark like it is now. And I'll never forget the way she was acting, man. Hell yeah, brother. She was, we gotta get away from this cemetery. We gotta get away from this. The whole time we was walking past it.
Bro, you know she was a demon.
The whole time. As soon as we passed the cemetery, she went back to normal.
Yeah, she was a demon. Bro, her house was literally, here's her house, the cemetery right there, right there.
Right next
You
to
could hop over her backyard.
Right to the
and then
cemetery.
right into the cemetery.
Yeah.
She used to play with the Ouija board in that motherfucker.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? And do all type of weird shit, man. Remember y'all said one time, Janae, her daughter was, what did she do? She touched it. She touched it, and her hair caught on fire without burning. So you seen the fire on her head, but her hair wasn't burning, and they was trying to pat it out. You know? But that was a demon.
Yeah, because we had to, at that time, my mom moved with her. So we was all in that house. And I thank the Lord because he had to have a shield on me. I didn't see nothing. But Megan and Michelle was getting tormented.
Yeah.
And they was getting tormented. They dreamed, seeing shit. And almost room was ice cold. Because that's what demons like.
Yeah, they
like the cold. They show you that in the movie with the dude who played Die Hard. He had the movie, I think it was like Sixth Sense or something.
Sixth Sense. Yeah.
No, that's not
Bruce Willis.
Remember, he found out he was dead. He was blowing his breaths.
Yeah.
And it was cold air coming out, but he was really dead.
Yeah, he thought the kid, the kid was like, "Nigga, you dead." Yeah. He didn't tell him that, but he told him I see dead.
Yeah. That was a cold little twist when I found out. I was like, oh shit, that motherfucker dead. Right there.
He was a spirit.
But yeah, we used to go to her house and she used to be like,
You gotta stay out.
be quiet.
About 3 hours.
What happened? She's like, they're listening. You know, just look, give us that look. They're listening, they're watching. And she just pointed upstairs to her own bed. We was like, oh shit. Like, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
Man. Grab my wings, grab them trees, we out.
I got some edification real quick. It's Numbers 19 and 16. It says, and whosoever toucheth one that is slain with the sword in the open fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days.
That's right. And going back to that Ouija board type, somebody give me that.
Numbers 19, verse 16.
So them embalmers, they're never clean, man. They're always
Constantly unclean.
Yeah.
That's why they look the way they look. They bugged out.
They be like that chest is
Yeah, they eyes and shit. They be like, you look at them, they off.
Yeah.
They got an off. They just off.
Yeah. And then when people get kidneys put in them, hearts and all that, you unclean.
Yeah,
You
got
stay unclean.
That's why this man gotta go.
You gotta go.
If your kidneys are bad and you about to die, you gotta go. It's just,
That's a dead man's
the Most
kidney,
High, the
man.
Most High is just about to kill you. That's it. You looking for another person's kidneys, man? What? Or you looking for a donor to donor your kidneys, man?
That's the only thing. It's either the Lord gonna heal your kidneys by you switching your diet up, or you gonna have to just, the Lord don't want to heal you.
Right.
You gonna let this man put a whole stranger's goddamn organs inside thinking this man
That's
do?
crazy.
A whole other motherfucking organs, man. It could have been a mole's organ. You know?
Yeah, right. This mother could have been into some super nasty ass shit. It's Leviticus 19:31. It says, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them.
And that's that left hand energy that our people indulge in. And even like going back to Louisiana, you had a lot of Levites that's of the tribe of Levi from Louisiana. And they're out there in Haiti, they indulge in that.
Yeah.
They indulge in that what they call voodoo or black magic.
Yep.
Even our grandmother, my mother told me this. She said one of her husbands, Timothy, his name was Timothy. She wrote that nigga name on ice because she wanted him on ice. That was a old Haitian witchcraft, man.
Yeah, that shit
And guess
real,
what
man.
happened to him? Yeah, that's what happened to him.
Yeah, that shit is real.
That's what happened to him, man.
Yeah.
The spirit is real, man.
Yeah. They had that in this movie called, I think it was called The Key or The Secret Key.
The black woman is into that shit, man. The Israelite woman is into that left-hand shit. All the tribes.
Right.
The Puerto Rican woman, Mexican woman, all the tribal women are into that left-hand shit, man. That's why they go to the psychic.
Yeah.
Dude, they want to find out, does he really love me? Is he cheating on me?
Right.
Who they go? They go to the familiar spirits.
Yeah.
They go see the witch.
Yeah.
And then let me read your palm. You know? My youngest son's mother, when she was pregnant with him, she called me and told me this. Like right after it happened. She was in the mall and she was pregnant with my son. And some lady rolled up on her and was like, can I read your palm? It's just, you have a glow about you. I want to read, can I read? She was basically saying, please let me read your palm. And she was like, no, thank you. I was like, that was a witch.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a witch, man.
Put
Yeah,
demons on it.
It's like, but I got a quick testimony of that. I was sitting right at this wall over here. No, he was discount over there. And I was eating a Whopper with my girl at the time in high school. We eating the Whopper, I'm fucking that shit up, she fucking hers up. Motherfucking weird ass came up to the door and just started prophesying to us. And we like, with a Whopper hanging, the fuck? But he told me, I still remember to this day, he said, you got a bright future. He said all this good shit about me. I can't recall what exactly he said. But then he looked at my ex-girlfriend and told her, your ass going down. He threw it. Like, it was all negative. It was all negative, bro.
Man.
You know,
that was an angel,
walked
man.
off. And he just walked off.
That was an angel.
Dang. Yeah, that's sad.
So them spirits is real.
The spirits are real, man.
Real, man.
Yeah.
Hey, they sure now you're starting to see more and more of that apparition spirit on social media.
Yeah.
And it's happening a lot to
Yeah.
these Edomites.
Yeah.
These Edomites is happening a whole lot, man.
Yeah.
He didn't let it go back. And you know they real because you can hear the people actually. You can hear the fear in their breath, the way they breathing.
Right.
You can hear the fear within their spirit.
Right. Yeah.
Motherfuckers be breathing hard. Hello.
Yeah.
Who is that? And the door slammed. Bam.
Or you'll just see a face in the dark. Oh shit, who is that? And the face would go back.
Yeah.
Shot ASAP.
Some dude, he was recording in his kitchen, and a knife flipped out of the knife holder and landed in the floor.
In the floor. I seen that. Yeah, he was right there picking up. It could have just right in the back of the neck. And then after he raised up, that's when it said.
That's when it flipped out like somebody just said.
Yep.
Like the spirit just grabbed it and flipped it and made sure it landed right in the ground. And that's what happened in ancient Egypt. Somebody give me that. 17.
This is Job chapter 4, verse 13. It says, in the thoughts from the visions of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, fear came upon me, and trembling, which made all my bones to shake.
Yeah, that's when you sleep. Esau calls it sleep paralysis.
Super different.
Nah, that's the spirit in your home.
Yeah.
You know? You feel it. I know I've been through.
I've shit.
I done felt that motherfucker come up on my bed.
Yeah, I felt the
my
bed
bed
imprint.
You know, I done felt that motherfucker from in the living room make his way to my room.
And heard the motherfucker like a growl in my face type shit, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like a soft growl. And I heard, like I told y'all, it was like two little children was talking in my left ear, having a conversation, but the words they were saying, I didn't understand it.
Right. Yeah, I had one experience. I'm sleeping. And I thought it was one of the brother's sons. I thought it was the brother's son that ran by. And when I got up the next morning, I was like, hey, bro, your son here? He's like, nah, he ain't. I'm like, man, it's spirits up here, bro. Spirits up here. Because I remember the demon saying in my ear, hey, kid. And I looked outside and it looked like it was daytime. I woke up and it was pitch black outside.
Yeah. It says,
But that's why the name of the Lord is important. It's important because that's what makes them demons flee.
Yep.
The name of the Lord, man, makes them demons flee, man.
gotta go.
Even if you can't speak it, you think it.
You thinking.
And they gotta go.
And them demons get up. I done had a demon jump on my back like a lion. You know what I'm saying? In my sleep. And broke me all the way down. Like they jumped on me and bit down on my shoulder. So much so when I woke up, I had a pain. You know?
Damn.
Them spirits is real, man.
Yeah, them real.
And you gotta rebuke them.
Yeah, bro.
Don't go to Esau and say, you know, he gonna prescribe you some shit that's gonna bring more demons.
Oh yeah.
He gonna prescribe you some shit that's gonna open you up. And I'm remember when I told y'all I had to go to the AA classes and shit, and I had to take that. I had to see a shrink. I had to take a 500 test, a 500 questionnaire test. 250. It was a Scantron, so you had to fill in the bubbles. You know what I'm saying? 250 questions each side.
Like the same questions over different ways.
Worded different ways. But the questions, the spirit told me to lock in and you better read them. So I did. And the questionnaire was wanted to see if you're being tapped into by the left hand side.
Yeah.
If spirits are fucking with you.
Right.
Questions like, do you hear voices?
Right.
Do voices you hear tell you to act out violent? And when I turned in the test, and the doctor graded it, this is what she told me. She said either you are just a perfect angel, or you lying about something. No, bitch, I read every question.
That's right.
And you ain't finna fuck with me,
Eat 'em,
man.
right? Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She
But
she wanted you to fail.
yeah, because she was, when I left, there was another motherfucker came, a little white girl, and the white girl sitting on the couch, you know, conversating with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you could tell the white girl, she through.
Yeah.
But I'm in there with all my wits.
You know what I
You ain't
mean?
finna
Yeah.
play me, you goddamn wits.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember the movie with Halle Berry,
Gothica.
Gothica?
Yep.
Her job was to
Yep.
try to tell you that you crazy.
Yep.
And then what happened to her at the end of the movie?
She was bugged
put
out.
that. You now she got to feel how she was doing people.
Yeah. We dealing with a warlock with Esau, man.
That was that.
He's a warlock, man.
That was that show Evil, I think.
Yep,
Yeah,
Evil.
the first
The first one.
when he was in the hospital, she
Oh,
kept
yeah.
shooting him up. He
Yeah.
was trying to get out of it. He was trying to say
He was
something.
seeing
But
shit.
she came in there and smiled at him.
If you're at
And
the
with that old girl, and she just.
I'm not gonna freeze
Stuck in
that
there.
next. I don't have my
Oh,
stuff
you're a
with
10, huh? You're a 10? Okay.
He like, hey, that's why dude told Kanye. He said,
Oh, yeah.
that's why he told him, he was
Yeah.
like, just apologize or those family business won't be the same.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a stick you with something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Esau stick your ass with something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bella
Fuck
saved
you
your
up.
shit.
He'll prescribe you a pill that'll have you thinking you Superman.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it says that.
Salaki,
My fault.
any medication that Esau gives you that has the methadone, whatever,
Guess what, man?
that's what methamphetamines, man.
Yeah, bro. Abominating fluid.
Embalming.
Embalming fluid.
Yeah, we dealing with a motherfucking wizard, man.
That's why the pharmacy is always packed.
Yeah.
And if you're picking up like narcos and shit like that, you gotta have your ID with you. You
Yeah.
can't just pick it up.
Nah. Hey, it's a CVS right here, right? Who the fuck shops at CVS for groceries?
Exactly.
But you know where they get most of their business? In that pharmacy.
in that back.
So much they gotta drive through now.
Exactly.
Pharmacies, back in the day, pharmacies didn't have drive-throughs.
Right.
The one over there on K, that one open 24 hours. Or it used to be.
No, it's still open.
24 hours, the pharmacy. Open 24/7. That's a dope house.
Yeah, that's it. That's a dope house. Exactly. Exactly.
That's a trap.
Whip it.
Esau style.
That's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
multi-billion-dollar industry. You know, they make billions of dollars every.
I don't
Every
take
year.
no pills. I don't take
Yeah,
no
me neither.
goddamn pills.
Me neither.
That's some magnesium.
Yeah,
Never
unless it's
did.
shit like that. But I don't take shit from the pharmacy.
Fuck all that.
Great, man.
Vicodin, I ain't never took no Vicodin, none of that shit, man. That strong shit. Now, of course, before the knowledge, you know, we took Advil, Tylenol, and shit like that. But now we know the base of it. We know how to get rid of a headache without taking that shit.
Yeah. You know, white willow is a natural painkiller.
Garlic,
Garlic.
the allicin inside garlic is the main ingredient
Yep.
inside of Advil and Tylenol and all that shit.
Turmeric, which is called the inflammation,
Yeah.
is what's causing the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says back in Job 4:14, it says, fear came upon me and trembling, which made all my bones to shake. Then a spirit passed by my face.
That's that demons. You know, you be sleeping, you feel your hair stand up on your body, and you basically paralyzed. You can feel everything that's going on, but you can't move, you can't speak, and you can't even open your eyes.
Yeah.
But you can think, and that's when you think in the name. You sometimes you gotta really, gotta fight
You just it's
in your
like
mind, man.
your whole body is like paralyzed. You're just paralyzed. And then you start feeling those tingles. Your body tingling, that's your body waking up to it. And then you be like,
Yahawashi
your shot.
Bro, that's crazy,
You know?
bro.
It feel like forever.
You be like, like, bro, it's impossible to get up. You see it in your head, but you want to say it out loud so you could just put some force with that. Like, maybe you know?
It said, then a spirit passed before my face, the hair of my flesh stood up.
Right.
Because that shit is scary, man. You get those goosebumps, your hair's standing up.
Hey, y'all remember when Apostle Tahar was going into it back in like 2010? He sat up on the couch when they used to do the weekly sit downs. I remember he got into it. He scooted up. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. I ain't the only one. You know? Angels and demons or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Apostle, he said it recently too. Growing up, he was dealing with that his whole life. Growing up, and he didn't know what it was. He said that recently on one of his videos.
And there's one brother that would die. He deals with that a lot. After that, but I'm dealing with that spirits. He be telling some cold stories. I'm like, damn, bro, the Lord had a cold spirit on you.
You a heavy brother.
You gotta deal with that shit. God damn.
That was
Yeah,
him
that
one time.
brother is. He heavy in the spirit.
Yes.
Because, you know, the spirit hopped on him and start teaching in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the
And by them doing that, they hopped on other brothers, and now you got brothers in those Latin American countries out there speaking the word in Spanish,
man. How dope is that, man? Come on. That be, man.
That's there.
What was it? That was it. What was it?
You had a call from Mr. Solomon.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
17.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17.
Matter of fact,
Verse 6.
start at the top.
Toes is good or what?
Shit, the toes is cool as shit.
Yeah, my first.
The only part is
toes
one
can't
is
feel
where that bad is.
That's
That's
why I told you to put it on the top.
it.
Put that one on the top.
Yeah, I need 4 of them up. I need one at the top and the bottom.
At the top, I need some
Big toes, long.
Yeah, the bottom.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know, like last week, because it was windy, it was way cold.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was super.
Without the wind, it's bearable.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But when that wind is coming, that's coming with everything.
This is witty as shit.
Solomon 17:1. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation,
And this is talking about the ancient Egyptians. So this is going to happen in this time. Because unrighteous men is oppressing the holy nation. And what did the Most High said he was going to do to Egypt? Give me that, the 15th chapter. Second chapter, was it 16?
Some plagues. Oh, yep.
Come on, right.
I will plague Egypt. That's going to plague that before. So that's why you start to see more apparitions on social media. You know, 'cause we all got social media, but you don't know who we are. You know, we in the cut. But that's how we on our watchtower. That's us on our tower watching. You know, seeing everything.
Yep. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land there.
With plagues as before. The way the Most High plagued ancient Egypt, he gonna plague modern Egypt. And what's modern Egypt for you Christians? Modern Egypt is America.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
Real quick, Revelation 11, which spiritually is called
Sodom.
and Egypt. See, the Christian ain't spiritual, so you can't grasp that.
Yep. This is Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great
The
city,
great city is America. Go ahead.
which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt.
So this is spiritual, Sodom and Egypt,
That's right.
right? And Babylon, and Assyria, all right? All them nations that had us in captivity, this is all of them wrapped in one.
Same God.
How do we know that? Because they got the same gods, like the brother just said, over here, just named different. When you worship Easter, when you hide them Easter eggs, you worshiping the goddess Ishtar, which is the goddess of fertility and sex. Yep. That the ancient Babylonians used to worship, man. But then let's go back.
It's back in verse 2. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night.
Prisoners of darkness. What was the darkness? The Lord threw darkness on them. There was only light in Goshen where the Israelites were. Right. So he put a darkness on them so much that it was felt. Woo, woo. So what's been happening in Babylon? They've been getting threats about the power grid to where the lights is gonna go out. You won't have power. You won't be able to flip that switch and your whole house light up. And when there's no power at night, the Lord is gonna put more darkness out here. You know, the darkness you're gonna feel. Darkness of demons.
Yep.
You know?
Nice and cold too. Right there, their environment place. The darkness was so thick back then, it was like moving your arm through water.
Right. Yeah. It was so thick that they couldn't even light a flame. You couldn't even have a lantern, and that flame would get put out by the darkness.
Right. It won't even, you light it and you won't see nothing. You won't see nothing around you still. It'll just be the, you know, flame on the city.
That'll mess you up, man. That'll scare the Jesus out of you.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stand one spot, calling the Lord.
Thick dark. Crucial.
Make you call on the Lord if you know him.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says,
Cold, bro?
it says, fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
Yeah, apparitions, spirits. All right, spirits. See? That's why when you got these people out here prepping, buying guns and all this, what the fuck you gonna do when a demon appears before you? You ain't finna shoot no demon. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna pull up. You gonna try. Your ass gonna be trembling so much you might shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Ricochet.
Yeah, the Lord gonna get it. It's like, Lord,
They
know
don't
what they doing.
understand. They don't understand.
Here it is. They preparing for the rain when the Lord gonna have you fucking burn.
Yeah.
When you know what I'm saying?
Bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Knife to a gunfight, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
And then these like you know, the spirits. We know that the spirits they don't ever die or nothing like that. These old
They've been around for ages.
They've been around for
Since
ages.
the beginning, man.
Yeah. So that demon, Yahawashi told me about it. The demon that you see in the ring, and then there's a certain video production that does all the big movies, and when you see in the beginning of the movie, you see that girl walk past the screen. But she has an actual name. That's an actual demon.
Yeah, that's a demon. That's a
Yeah.
real demon. The Grudge.
Yeah, the Grudge bitch.
The Grudge bitch. Did you name one?
The Ring.
The Ring.
We've seen a video game too called Left 4 Dead.
Look at that.
She's a real fucking demon. And the brother seen her. The brother God testified he seen her. And when he seen her, she was laid flat on the ground with her face to the floor, flat, with her hair that went down long. And it was next to his partner that was on the floor. Damn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Next time.
Like, help me, man. Like, hell no.
Yeah, that's a real demon, man.
And over there in Central America, they got a name for her.
There was a movie too where a dude was I can always forget the name of it. But his back was killing him. And then he went to the mirror, he looked in the mirror. It was that same demon. With the hair and shit.
It says, verse 4, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear.
Damn. Yeah. Nothing.
Damn.
You know, your motherfucker back home. What's going on?
They was having heart attacks.
Yeah.
Damn. They was so still, it was like they was in bars. It says.
Yeah,
It was like they was locked up. Prison. You know, that's when people, they go in shock and they can't believe what the hell they seeing. And their body shut down. It just shut down.
Oh, that gotta be like a man to like shut down off of fear, bro.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Leonard. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, let them turn to this.
Oh, yeah.
He just shut down.
It says, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear. But noises as of waters falling down sounded about them.
Like rushing water. You ever hear rushing water? Go to the beach and just listen to the waves. That's a pleasant sound. But what about rushing and violent waters? Go to them, you know, the white people be going river rafting, whitewater rafting. You know, you go listen to a waterfall and hear that water. Man, that's a violent sound.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And especially when it's like, it feels like you
It's
in the midst
right
of
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like you in the midst of
You like, where the hell is that? I ain't buying no damn water. Where the fuck is that coming from? Really gonna mess your mind up.
It says, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances.
Yeah, sad vision.
They can see their daughter getting killed over and over again or some shit.
They show you that in that what's the movie with Will Smith? He played the dude that could shoot. What's the name of it? It was Suicide Squad. They show you that. Remember, she was giving everybody visions. She gave him a vision of him burning up his family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
It kept
Yeah.
playing in his head.
It kept playing in his head.
It was in the kitchen.
And then he had to like, she fucking with our head.
Yeah.
You know?
He said that. She fucking with her.
Yeah, because she was showing them visions, man.
Yeah.
Sad visions.
Flatliners too.
Yeah, Flatliners is another
Yeah.
good one.
Let's say a kid with no eyes walking by. Nose bleeding or something, those type of shit.
Remember the movie Ghost from the 90s with Patrick
Oh,
Swayze?
Yeah. Oprah. I mean, not Oprah. With
Demi Moore. No, not
Whoopi
Demi.
Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg,
Demi Moore,
Demi Moore,
yeah.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember in
Every time somebody died, the demons would come up.
Right.
Yeah.
Demons would come up and then take the spirit, dude's spirit, down to the underworld, so-called underworld.
Yeah, remember in second Ezra, the 10th chapter, remember he was having a vision of that girl?
Yeah.
She was a good woman. And then at the end of the vision, she scared the shit out of Ezra.
She exploded.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yep. That's one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find this.
This is verse 5. No power of the fire might give them light.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how thick the darkness was.
Yeah.
No power of the fire.
You know, because back then you had lanterns.
Yeah.
Everywhere in where they dwelt, they would have a flame on like a stick or a lantern to light the way at night.
Yeah.
You had certain probably younger men that would light those as the sun was going down, so that they could keep burning throughout the night. To have light.
Yeah. As long as you don't put it out, it can stay lit.
It'll stay lit throughout the night. Yeah. Because you didn't have light switches in the ancient world, man.
It says, neither could the bright flames of the stars endured to lighten that horrible night.
Not even the,
Man.
not
So
even
you looked at the
stars.
heavens, and all you seen was like you was in a box, a dark box. Like, oh, I can't see shit.
Not one star.
Alone.
It says, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful.
A fire that started by itself. That's all they saw.
That's all they saw.
Come on now. That's apparition, spirits.
Oh, wait.
And this is getting ready to start happening on a wider scale. It's already happening.
Matter of fact, we was just saying that our cousin had the fire in her head, but it wasn't a fire. It looked like a fire, but you know,
It wasn't burning.
It wasn't burning.
They would just put it out, and then they seen her hair, it was nothing but
Scared.
yeah. It says, for being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not.
Damn. So the Lord wasn't playing with their ass.
Yeah. But that the scripture said, what's that in Daniel? It's gonna be a time like never before. And that you think about that time, and you think about where it says that scripture, and you think about like, damn, the Lord is gonna outdo himself.
And look, we're getting knowledge of little demons in the goddamn valves, man.
Yeah, right. With eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Like a
Nose,
skeleton head and shit.
fucking mouth,
Look
and
like
everything.
the demon from Golden Child.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
Numsi when he turned into that dragon-like demon?
It looked like old boy when he was like, I'm doing God's work. Remember that demon he turned into?
Oh yeah,
It looked like that.
Yep.
It looked like that.
Oh, you made me think, bro. And what makes it even more critical is that all the cities, a lot of parts of the cities, the mapping of how they laid it out is based off of the goddamn satanic,
Yeah.
like a satanic structure.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just like channeling. It's just
Yeah, it's
easy
channeling.
channeling.
Yeah.
They got statues, certain statues that they put of Baphomet certain places. The Washington D.C. whole layout is a Baphomet head. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's weird.
Yes, sir. It's going down.
Right,
Yeah, it is going down.
right.
Verse 7, as for the illusions of art magic, they were put down.
Right, the illusions of art magic, meaning the magi's at that time.
Yeah.
They couldn't do shit.
You scared? They was scared of shit.
Couldn't do it. couldn't fix it.
Pharaoh was getting mad at them niggas. I'ma fire y'all.
And their vaunting in wisdom was removed with disgrace.
Looking whack right now. They thought they was gonna use their little wisdom man to spark some fire or something. So it was like, what the hell you doing?
Well, how much more Esau now with this technology? The whole time will disgrace.
Exactly.
You know, disgrace his
Exactly.
ass.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Esau's on a higher level than they were.
Yeah.
Esau's on a higher level, man. You know? Because Esau is the wicked.
Right.
He's directly connected to that left hand, to Satan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a forte.
It says,
Like, did y'all see the video? It was an asshole naked man walking through the Everglades of Florida, and it was the police. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, they rolled up.
Naked out there doing some shit.
That motherfucker was eating yeah, what was he eating? He was eating something like a cracker snack or some shit, bro. And they was like, this motherfucker out here, butt ass naked in the snow running. And when they drove up in that motherfucker, you know, they was rolling that motherfucker in the lights, they said, what the hell is that? This motherfucker butt ass naked turned around. He just rubbing and shit. I was like, what this motherfucker's in the middle of the Everglades eating That's what they was eating. Like, he was eating some shit.
Eating the Nature Valley boy. I gotta see that. I
Everyone
see it.
you are. He's out there doing some.
Yeah, and then he looked at him, he turned back around, he just kept going with it. Asshole naked.
Yeah, that's a demon, man.
Everglades where the alligators and shit is?
Bro, out there it was tall grass.
God.
It had to be cold. It was night.
He just demon, man.
Yeah.
He got demons.
It had
controlling.
it had like if I'm not mistaken, I think it had like snow. Oh, that's
what
not
it
the
was?
Everglades. It was like the one I seen was the Everglades because I remember the word. That's the word. Yeah. Like maybe I could be mistaken though, brother. I could be mistaken.
It says, for they that promise to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear.
Yeah, those magi's back then. You know, they were sick their damn self. So the Most High gonna put the spirit on all these warlocks in Babylon. You know, that deal like which is he's a small level, that dude Chris Angel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a demon.
That guy.
That motherfucker taps. He deal with that left hand energy.
Yeah.
You know.
When the documentary came out with all the different magicians, they was admitting that how they get their powers was through worshiping Satan.
Yeah.
Through Satan.
That's why they're able to do those things.
Take a pen and stick it in.
It takes a lot of faith on the left hand side.
They was doing a lot of
Yeah.
shit.
They believe in what they do.
Yeah, because they get the results. Yeah. But they don't tell you exactly what they got to do. They just say you worship Satan. Well, what's the requirements to that? Child sacrifice, human sacrifice, making your soul abominable, eating feces, all that, man. Sexual rituals.
Being as defiled as possible.
That's how you get that type of power. That's why all our people that's in the industry, you done sold out. You know? Ain't no coming back to the Most High Yahweh, Sham Yahawashi. You done gave your soul over to the left hand side. You see, Kanye ain't mentioned the true names.
Right. He said other names.
He keeps saying Jesus and Yahweh.
Yeshua.
You know, you can't utter the Most High name. You a demon.
Yeah, you a demon, man. You know he on a secret agenda too. Demon ass.
Same with Kyrie. That nigga's a warlock.
I'm cool. I ain't do nothing.
All of you gonna get your just desserts, man.
That's right.
Every last one of y'all, man.
That's right.
It says, though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that pass by and hissing of serpents, they died from fear.
Yeah, like a whole. You watch some Indiana Jones movies, and he'll fall into a pit. He'll fall into a pit full of poisonous snakes.
Yeah.
And you hear them all. You hear the hissing. You hear the rattle. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit the Lord was doing to them, man.
Yeah.
To where they thought it was right next to them. Oh shit!
Yeah. A snake.
Yo, Jake see a snake. They jumping on something. Jake jumping on tables. All type of shit. You see a snake, man. Just imagine just hearing them.
Yeah.
Like they all around you.
Yeah, all around. Damn. That's one of the ferocious beasts that's labeled in the God. Ran from a bear and lion venom, then a lion to a snake.
Yeah. Laying your hand up on the wall and a snake bite. A serpent bites you, man. Yeah, Jake's scared as fuck of snakes, man.
The only person I know got a snake is I'm on the bar. Like, damn.
I remember I was walking in the desert, I had to make a cut through the desert, and I heard a rattle.
Yeah.
I said, oh,
Yeah.
backed up,
I'm gone.
went around the long way, like,
Hell
get
yeah.
that. Long way.
And the reason we afraid of them is because the Lord took that spirit from us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain brothers ain't afraid of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your brothers got snakes.
Certain brothers got them joints. When I was growing up, we had a couple. I didn't like them, but we had them. We had some snakes and shit. Watch them eat them mice and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'll wait till the Lord give me some power, man.
I'll take some
You know what I'm
fish. Give me
saying?
some goldfish.
Give me some goldfish.
The only thing they can do is put a little couple bubbles in there and swim in a little fish thing. That's about it.
That shit funny though.
Go ahead.
It says they died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no sign be avoided. For wickedness.
Died of fear. So the Lord is about ready to start scaring people to death out here.
Right.
Right.
To death. Damn, getting scared to death, that gotta get like death. Like, man, that gotta hurt like excruciating.
Like when you watch some scary movies like The Conjuring and all that shit, them demons was forcing them people to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Annabelle, remember the bitch jumped out the window? She jumped out the window. Why she jumped out? Because the demon told her to.
Because they really see shit.
Yeah, they really seeing them demons.
You know, like when them derelicts be down, you know, wherever you at, and you see them talking, and they having a full conversation, well, they really seeing them shit.
Hell yeah, they is. I be tripping like I seen one the other day, he stopped, and then he bowed. Oh yeah, them spirits. That motherfucker see them spirits.
Yeah. Remember I said I was driving and that one big baby that be walking by, she bugged out. I was driving, but I was going slow by her. She kept going. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Why when I pass you say that shit?
Because you knew she got demons on her.
Yeah, it was one at this
And that
tackle
demon jumped on her and told her to tell you, fuck you.
You know that taco spot you put me on? Line right here? I went there before I seen Avatar, and it was a demon right in front of the shit, and he had a you know, his fucking his 40 what is that, old English and shit. He was doing this to the sky and shit. You know, he couldn't be still. He was just doing this, talking to himself. You know, the people in the window, they looking at him and shit. So wifey, you know, it was an Israelite spot, so I had her go because
They be acting funny.
they be acting funny.
Yeah, they
Remember
are.
you
They
said
funny
that?
as shit.
So I had my Latin wife, you know, my northern wife go in there to get the tacos. But I said a quick prayer. And you know, his ass sat down. Well, after I said the prayer, his ass was doing this, but then his ass, he set his ass down and calmed his ass down.
Demon fire. They had to run out or something for him.
Yeah, I said that prayer. I was like, man, that prayer worked, man.
Yeah, the power of and that's the point. The power of the names of Yahweh and Yahawashi, man.
Right.
Even the give me that. The devils know and tremble.
So it set his ass down.
So in these times, we got the ultimate weapon against everything. It's the names of Yahweh while Yahawashi, man. You know? And for a group not to be pushing them names like they should be, shame on you, man.
Right.
It's a different. The devil's.
And that Avatar is a must watch, man. That shit was hard. That shit hard in the paint.
Don't say
Yeah, that
nothing.
shit dope, bro. And you know, it make you think about the kingdom, man. It's, those the avatars, it showed us as the tribes, man. Those are the tribes, man. And Esau came in and just, you know what I'm saying? The fucking devil, bro. That shit had me, you know, it gets you in.
James Cameron did that one too.
Oh, he did his thing.
Yeah, because he did the first one.
Yeah, I'm talking about he outdid it.
And he said, in the first one, he said, he was asked at the airport, where were the black and brown people in your movie? He said, oh, they were blue in this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
come.
said they were blue.
yeah.
Man. That's beautiful.
Yeah, he outdid him.
Because you had all Edomites, and then you had the avatars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why they asked him, where are the black and brown
Yeah,
people in your movie? He's like, oh, they were blue in this movie.
Peep it too. He brought it out. Remember? He said that's the reason why they made him blue in Wakanda forever.
Yeah, come.
Right.
Dope, man.
Because the Latin tribes was the blue. They were blue. Wakanda.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me we ain't the same people?
Right.
Esau, no, what's wrong with you niggas, man?
Straight up.
You all black niggas, man.
Right.
Latinos and so-called Negroes and Native Americans are all the same people. They
right.
all came from different tribes. That's all. Thus saith the Bible.
Right.
You know, the Most High likes difference. He like variety, man. The Most High made a nation of variety, man.
12 different
And he made them
flavors.
his people. So they all got a hell of a spirit on them.
Yo, like a dozen of different flavors. Like when you go to get a dozen donuts, you don't get all the same donut. You get a couple
You get
maples,
different.
you get a couple glaze, you get a couple.
Yeah, gotta get them chocolates.
Chocolates.
Sprinkle ones.
Somebody gotta get the jelly donut.
What was I gonna say? When you go to, let's say you in the mood for some Mexican food. You go up in there, food bomb is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The next day, oh man, let me go get some. I want some Caribbean, man. Let me go get some Caribbean.
Yeah.
Right.
You go up in there, bomb in the motherfucker.
Yeah. All the
You know what I'm
flavors
saying?
is
All the
different.
flavors is different, but it's all bomb.
Yeah.
It got spirit in it, soul, man. You know? Yeah, Salvador.
Oh, just thinking about some pupusas.
You go, that's second line. You know?
Yeah.
Some fucking get a torta or a
Tamale.
what are them things with two? They got two dough shits with the solid meat, the
Oh, you
lettuce.
talking about sopa?
You talking about
Not the
a
soap.
gordita?
A gordita.
Oh,
gordita.
gordita. Yeah, gordita.
You already know. Gordita.
Yeah, that's some fat tacos. It's like a burger almost.
Yeah, like yeah. And it's crazy
With the
because
thick masa.
Yeah. That
it's
shit
crazy
fire.
because when you think about it, you go to a Northern Kingdom spot, eat. It's the same food, but just put in different combinations.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Different
all it is.
spices and herbs.
Yeah.
Rice,
Taco.
beans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Taco it. You can nacho it. You want to burrito it. You want to fry the burrito, make a fucking flauta. It's all the same, but it's just different combos.
And
different
Judah-
combinations.
Judah's, you know what Judah food is? Judah's original is Mediterranean food. That's Judah's food, man. That ain't them goddamn Syrians and East Indians. They get that from us, man.
Right.
Right.
That's why we like that shit so much.
That shit is upper
Yeah, that's our food,
I
man.
can't believe I didn't eat that until I got
Soul
into the
food
truth.
ain't nigga food or Israelite food.
That's slavery, dog.
That's slavery food.
Yeah.
That's making what we got just to make
it
that
work.
shit taste good.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers say that's black people food. Yeah, you right, black people void of light, don't know shit.
They call it soul
You know what I'm
food.
saying? That ain't so. That shit kill you, man.
Yeah. They used to gut the pig, take the intestines, throw it in the dirt, and Jake
Jake could come and grab it. And,
grab that shit,
yeah,
clean that
do what
shit
he
up.
gotta do.
Boy,
Mediterranean food. You got the rice, the meat. You got the chickpeas ground, which is the hummus.
the hummus.
You know what I'm saying?
Get a fried onion.
With the oil on there,
Yeah.
with olives. That's our food, man. That's in the scriptures, man.
What are those round things that you dip in hummus? Falafel.
Yeah.
Then the flat bread, that go back to the nun. And
Naan,
that
yeah.
nun, that's how we when we was about to leave Egypt, we made none. You know what I'm saying? We just
Garlic
flatten the
naan,
dough,
yeah.
put it in the oven real quick,
Pull it
flip
out.
and then pull it out.
Yeah, that was us doing
That was that's our stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's 3 ingredients: flour,
Salt,
and water.
that's it. You don't need no goddamn baking soda. Well, I mean, you do when you make bread, but the reason we left it out
You were on the move.
Because we was
because
on
we
the move.
was on the move. Because when you put yeast in something, you gotta let it sit.
Wait,
Yeah, you gotta wait for it to rise, man.
I got that James. It says James 2:19. It says, "Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble."
That's right. They tremble because they know the Most High will.
Yeah.
Them spirits because they under His command.
Yeah, they were sent to do whatever they was doing.
So the names is going to be very important in this turbulent time, which is the hour of temptation that we get ready to enter, man.
All right.
You know? Yeah, we'll finish that out. Wisdom of Solomon, and then we'll close it out.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 11. It says, "For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things."
Yeah, when you know, if you've been wicked and then you start getting judged, you know why you're getting judged. Your everything that you did in your life start witnessing against you. You know, then you really like, okay, I'm gonna have to take all this ass for and I gotta go through whatever. You get to that point, you're guilty.
Right.
And that's why you're supposed to repent now.
Yeah.
That's why you're supposed to turn back with sorrow to the Most High now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when the time comes, it ain't gonna be no time. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah. And that's a part of that, let not thy sins weigh you down. That's a beautiful. Because meaning, don't let the sins that you did weigh you down, and then don't commit more sins so weigh you down to where it can't get you where you need to be.
See, because we gonna have that knowledge because we in the scriptures.
Yeah.
We gonna know like, all right, fuck, nah, I ain't finna, nah. I know the name of the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And that's what's gonna keep us stable as it is written. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge. Because Satan's still gonna fuck with us until we get the power.
That's what he did.
When all hell break loose, you don't think Satan gonna be like, yeah, it's on now. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Y'all that you was talking on the street,
Yeah.
what you finna do?
You ain't a man of the Lord. Lord ain't dealing with you.
You was at work on the Sabbath. You know?
Yeah.
You gonna go in. But you gonna have to tap into the spirit.
Yeah, you have to. That's the fight. That's the fight. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with principality, spiritual wickedness in high places.
That was the last thing Yahawashi was dealing with when he was going to the cross and all that. That was all Satan trying to break him.
Yeah. And they show you that Passion of Christ. You kept having that demon. Yeah, he was just lurking. Watching the shit.
With the baby and I'm looking at him. Hey, God damn.
But that's the beauty of this knowledge, man. We're knowing the names, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Because literally the Lord finna let the left hand control this shit for a season. And all bets are off.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to have a name. You're gonna have to believe, man. Because you can't shoot no spirit. You know? When you start seeing motherfuckers jumping on poles, you know, like the bitch in Legion. Remember she jumped on the wall?
She climbed up that motherfucker.
She was like, your fucking baby's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
When people start really tripping out here, when spirits start really taking over people, man, you're gonna have to have the spirit of the Lord.
That's right.
You know?
Verse 12. It says,
Yeah, see, people ain't ready, man. The masses watch, man. Just I can see it. I can visit it, man.
Right.
It's gonna be fucked up out here, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucked up out here. I followed this calisthenic page, right? I don't know if y'all remember I did this video about the Kool-Aid, and the dude he's saying he was growing these knots on his elbows and right here on the shoulders.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I was going through my feed, and this calisthenic dude ripped up, and I noticed he had them motherfuckers.
Dang.
But he's still cool, flexing his shit, showing all his cuts. I'm like, that motherfucker gonna be a demon, man. That motherfucker gonna be a demon. Because he more than likely took the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And you can see the motherfucker sticking up. It ain't normal to have them knots at the top of your shoulders like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's an abnormal shit. Remember doing
That's that nanotech growing inside of you. The fibers growing inside of you, man.
built the tower.
Resident
on your
Evil
goddamn
style.
shoulder blade.
And all it's gonna take is a frequency.
Spirit created for business.
It's gonna be fucked up out here, man. It's gonna be real bad out here, man.
Right.
You know, we not even prepared. I mean, we prepared spiritually, but the shit we getting ready to see, we ain't never seen in our life. That's what I mean. We ain't never seen this type of shit that's getting ready to happen in our life, man. Okay?
Who wants this smoke?
Verse 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offered.
Right. Because that's when fear gonna come in. Because there ain't gonna be no help. You know? People ain't gonna have no, you ain't gonna be able to pick up 911. 911 is gonna be looking for help. You know?
You don't know why it's happening, so
Yeah.
that's what fear. You know, when something you can't explain and you don't know why it's happening, it's like, oh shit.
You get scared.
You get scared. You make it.
Just look at the people when they looking in the heavens and they seeing the chariots. There's a state of fear there. Because the fear of unknown. You know?
Y'all ain't gonna do nothing.
That one Jake.
Call 911. Know what the police gonna do.
It says, in the expectation from within being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
And that's like really, that's like how the Lord set it up to really get you. You made it more fearful than what you actually went through. Your mind just made it that time. Your mind made it times 10 of what actually happened to you.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Conscience gonna tear your ass up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be thinking of all them scary movies you watch.
Yeah,
All that shit gonna come to real life on your ass. Especially the women. The Israelite woman is into them demonic movies.
Yeah.
They are into that shit.
Yeah, they into that shit.
What? You like that shit? It's that women shit. I'm good. Yeah, I don't watch that shit.
I be afraid. I'm gonna let a demon in my demon.
Into that shit. Yeah, the Israelite woman is into that. They enjoy it. Especially the Israelite woman in the world.
That's why you know, not scary farms, you know, they be the
gonna do that
motherfuckers
shit.
running in that booty shorts screaming, ah! I'm like, man, these bitches is crazy. It says, it's like, man, we don't like to be tampered with like that, like you don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
We'll go into fucking kill something.
You making me feel funny. Yeah, I don't like how I feel.
Making me want to do something.
So you watching those forensic files or like those news about murder and
Yeah, they what's the network that be on that shit? The ID channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where they show all the forensic files.
Yeah.
Women get her head bashed in, and then buried under the motherfucking
That's
salt.
She buried in the platform in the
You know what I'm
backyard.
saying? They don't know where this bitch at.
Remember they come on.
Yeah,
Grandma
yeah.
used to watch that
Law
shit.
and Order.
Yeah.
Grandma used to watch that shit in the dark in the room.
That's what I'm about to say. It's like it's always like the music is eerie and they're trying to explain it. You be stuck like listening to shit.
Hey, our grandmother
Fuck
was
that.
a
Turn that
Levite.
off. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I said.
From Louisiana.
That's why I brought that up earlier.
Yeah.
That's why I brought that up earlier, bro.
Man. That's a popular channel, man.
That's exactly why I brought that up earlier. She was a Levite, man.
Yeah.
It said had 9 daughters.
Man.
Crazy shit.
Man.
Right now. And two of the sons she had, one was my pops.
Oh, no shit.
She had 2 sons.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Go ahead, finish it out.
It says, but they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable.
You can't no sleep. How you gonna sleep? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what movie was that came out on Netflix to where people couldn't sleep?
Don't fall asleep or something like that, or stay awake.
Stay awake or something. Yeah, it was something like that. That's what's gonna happen out here. People ain't gonna be able to sleep.
Yeah, they couldn't sleep. They had to keep each other up.
You know?
Oh, if you can't
And
sleep.
if you can't
that's-
sleep, them apparitions gonna be that much more strong.
You get sick, everything. You start breaking down if
Yeah,
you
you
can't
break
sleep.
down
Easy.
if you don't
Yeah.
sleep, because sleep is when the body heals itself.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know? And if you out of shape,
Oh.
if you fat, You know what I'm saying? And just through. Oh,
Sloppy.
you over with, man.
Oh, you go definitely super tormented.
You
Yeah.
over with, man. Eating abomination on the daily.
When you sleep, that's when your insides and everything, them shits be able to repair your body.
Yeah.
For the get you prepared, give you that energy for the next day. Yeah. You ain't got no sleep, you start hallucinating and shit. Yeah. Seeing shit, man. You get like the jitters. You know, you can't think right, your reflexes ain't there. Yeah. You know, you tired and shit. You ain't there.
Yep.
Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, that's torture, man.
Yeah, the brother put it on the comment board. The show is called Awake.
Yeah, awake.
Yeah, it was called Awake.
Yep.
It says, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of inevitable hell.
So demons was everywhere, fucking tormenting them Egyptians, man. Yeah. So them same spirits are gonna torment these modern Egyptians.
Right.
Same spirits from back then.
AKA Americans.
Same motherfuckers, 1,000-year-old spirit coming after your ass. Yeah. And a lot of you gonna have Jake that's gonna become demons and start killing motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
You know, just like that one that used to carry that axe in his backpack. He gonna grab that motherfucker out of his backpack.
Anybody he see,
he gonna be like, what's the name on Skeletor?
Yeah,
You already know that.
Yeah.
Skeletor dancing and shit. Next thing you know, he's killing you. I pipe up. He walked in and he walked in that house. He was like, ooh. He said some shit. Motherfuckers.
Y'all seen that movie?
Killing motherfuckers.
The first purge.
Yeah.
The first purge.
With Skeletor.
The Skeletor. Watch that. It's called the first purge.
Anarchy?
No, it was first purge.
Yeah.
Skeletor. It was in Staten Island on Jake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's when they was paying them 5 Gs.
Yeah, to participate.
Yeah, it was an experiment.
And you had to be tagged. So they can monitor your activity during the purge.
Your eye turned into like a demon.
Yeah.
Color.
It says, verse 15, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, and partly fainted, their heart fell in them. For a sudden fear, and not looked for, came upon them.
That's right. And that's what's going to happen here. You know? That tells you that Isaiah the 47th chapter. Sudden, in a moment. Matter of fact, go there, and we'll end it with this. You know?
You said second Ezra?
No, Isaiah 47.
Okay.
Damn, I can't even feel my toes.
Them shits are finished.
My shit retired.
Slice my shit up.
My shit.
They there, but they ain't there.
Yeah, they there, but they ain't there, man.
That motherfucker is just a bird now.
Yeah. The blood, cause yeah. The blood caught us up where
We out here now.
the important organs and shit up. So it leaves like the toes and the hands and shit like that and go and warm up the vital areas.
Right.
Yeah.
Isaiah 47?
47.
1?
You start this out.
Isaiah 47:1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Because this place is going to go into a mighty state of confusion. People ain't going to know what the hell is going on. Because if you take dust and you throw it in somebody's face, it's going to put them in a state of confusion.
Right.
They ain't going to know what the hell's happening.
That's right, bro.
Well, that's what's getting ready to happen in America. You see all this order, you know, everybody stopping at the lights, you know, it's order out here. You go to the store, you order your food, you wait in line. This place is going to go into complete chaotic confusion. You know? Go ahead.
It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on on the ground. There is no more throne or daughter of the Chaldees.
Yeah, this will no longer be that beacon of light to the world. You know? Everywhere around the world, people are in uproar. You know? Coming against their government. This place still like,
Yeah, right.
you know, Israel and shit. Like ain't nothing happening.
While the rest of the world is You got
Them
fucking,
motherfucking
you know,
Moabites over there rumbling.
oh yeah, they
With them motherfuckers, man. They going at it. Knocking over barricades and all type of shit.
Yeah.
And all you hear is they going at it over there, man.
It says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, no longer all this little order. You know, it's gonna be over with, man.
gonna be touched.
And the way it's gonna come, you ain't gonna expect it. Go ahead.
Read. It says, take the millstones and grind meal. Unlock uncover the locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers.
Leave that spirit alone.
It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer,
Look what we talking about, man, and look what the Lord said.
damn.
That was the spirit on
That
that.
was a spirit, bro. They get across the street safe every
Yeah,
time.
the spirit gonna get them across. The demons gonna get them over there.
I never see it.
I didn't see some miracle looking shit. Downtown Los Angeles. I didn't see some miracle looking shit. That motherfucker on this mouth, car really.
Yeah, that was a demon, bro.
You can see the wind blow his shirt.
He didn't even move. Bro.
Yeah, he kept the same pace. He kept the same all the way across the street. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the spirit's gonna guide these motherfuckers.
He need them hosts. They need that host. They need the host.
Go ahead.
It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. Yahawashi,
Right.
the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldees.
But we not just reading about the darkness. Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, it's coming.
That's right.
It's coming. It is coming.
And you gonna have no hope. You can't call on a name, even if you know it. The Lord ain't he ain't gonna send nothing, no help your way, nothing.
That's why you gotta repent now.
That's right.
While the doors of mercy are still open. And how do you know the doors of mercy are still open?
We out
The
here.
prophets are still out there,
Right
man.
here for you.
You know? All throughout Babylon and different parts of the world. They still out there. Now when they cut us, they cut the internet, doors of mercy are done.
2023, they already created a task force to stop all religious fanatics, they said.
And I believe that's gonna be this year, beginning of this year coming up. That I mean, you know, I'm speaking as a man.
Yeah.
But that's my hope.
All roads lead to us.
Yeah, that's my hope.
Esau ain't gonna just be talking about the chip.
Right.
He ain't just gonna be saying it's coming. He's gonna bring that shit.
Yeah, hey man, here it is. You got all these banks. They're making decisions now to choose what bank you're gonna be dealing with on what side. You're gonna be on the BRICS, you're gonna be on NATO side. Which one you want? And you got these different nations that's going to whatever
The bricks.
the BRICS.
And the United Arab Emirates, they went over to the bricks.
That man.
You know? An ally to the West.
Look at that, man.
They said, nah, fuck that. We finna go over here. And then Russia said, yeah, you can still purchase our oil, but you gotta purchase it in gold. Yeah.
Woo!
You can purchase our gas. We need gold though.
Look at that. And they killed Gaddafi because he was trying to get his people to start using gold.
Yeah, he wanted the gold back currency.
Yeah.
The currency that actually mattered.
Yeah, that's easily gonna triumph over the banking family's bank system. Yeah. It's gonna put it quick out, easy work. Put that out.
Libya, right? Libya, where he was, Gaddafi, Libya, right?
No, that's
Wasn't he Iraq?
Gaddafi.
Iraq.
no, Gaddafi was Libya.
Yeah, Libya.
And Iraq was Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, Libya, they was balling when Gaddafi was rolling.
Yeah,
They was balling.
he took care of his people.
Yeah, they was
balling.
getting like
If
30
you was
miles.
married, if you was to get married, they will start you off. You know,
Like
they'll
30
give you
racks.
so many thousands of dollars in order for you to start your family and get things rolling.
Just like
And each citizen, you getting paid.
that. And free health.
You know what I'm saying? You getting free health care and you getting paid off of the oil that the country is making.
That's right.
Come on, man.
The oil the country's producing and selling to the rest of the world, you getting a check just because you a citizen.
Just think about the kingdom now, you know?
Exactly. And you other Israelite groups want to build something in this wicked ass place. You ain't right, man.
That's right.
You are not right. Go ahead, bro.
Reagan sent a missile to his house. That's
Right.
how that's just wicked, man. How you gonna see a missile to a man's house?
Right.
Killed his son. Shit. That's Gaddafi.
That's how Esau do, man.
Yeah.
He'll hit you from 300 miles away.
Man,
What the
With
hell
a drone
just
and
happened?
shit.
He was the father. Okay. It says, Isaiah 47:5, it says, sit down silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms.
right.
I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
Yep.
Upon the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall
Look at Bill Cosby. And that's just a weak ass example. But that's something everybody know about now. Bill Cosby old as a motherfucker, and they locked his ass up because some women said that he drugged them.
Right. Years ago.
You know what I'm saying?
But what happened to the don't they give you like a 7-year thing? What is it called?
A statute of limitation.
Yeah, limit statute of limitation.
Esau don't abide by his own.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell, man?
1969.
Good.
And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures.
America, this place is built on nothing but pleasure. Sex and food. Do as thou wilt. Have fun. Fun. Burgers and french.
Drugs. What all the rappers talking about? What kind of pills? Xanax, fentanyl, syrup. They still talking about
The pleasure of the flesh.
syrup.
Yeah,
You know,
pleasure of the flesh. That's what this America is, man.
Molly.
Percocet.
Percocet. Yeah, that's one of the biggest ones. Percocet.
Which all that shit is ecstasy. When we was growing up, it was known as ecstasy.
That's
Right.
it. Right. They got Bone Thugs and Harmony got a song after ecstasy.
Yeah. Try this shit, man. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning, nigga. Go ahead.
It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Yeah.
But these 2 things shall come to thee in a moment and one day.
That's
In
right.
a moment. In one day.
That's right.
That's right.
When you ain't even expecting it, the Lord gonna strike this bitch.
That's right.
It says the loss of children and widowhood.
And what did Bill Hates of Hell say? Catastrophic contagion that's gonna target who? Young people and children. Suddenly, at a moment, you're gonna lose all that.
Man.
You done dropped your kids off at school, you know. Married women dropping their kids off, headed to the gym. Husband's at home. He's at work, doing her thing, and all of a sudden you turn on the news and it's schools, kids fall out dead. These are the type of scenarios that's gonna play out.
That's right.
You know? This this is what's gonna happen out here. These type of things. Suddenly and at a moment.
Yep.
You know? You could be at the gym on the treadmill. You know how they got the TVs?
Yeah.
Every TV go to breaking news.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There's an outbreak. You know, there's an outbreak here, there's an outbreak there.
People are
People
joining each
grabbing
other.
children, slapping them. Wake up! You know? Just like when they showed a few years back, when they said that was it Syria? They used some chemical weapons on the kids.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they showed you on the news. They were showing it on the news how the kids were just fucked up. Yeah, this is the type of things that's coming to this place that dwells careless.
That's right.
You know, like everything's all good, man.
Hey, if the Lord ain't with you, you done.
That's right.
Finished. And that's just one type of scenario.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It says they shall come upon thee in their perfection.
And this perfection is gonna come because the Lord has established it to happen.
That's right.
You know?
Man.
They done put up all these 5G towers. Don't you know they put them up in the schools too?
Yep.
They were doing them in the schools too.
Like certain little things on the streets. Those are not like power boxes, but those are
Actually, 5G towers.
Yeah.
And they putting them under the ground. 5G wiring.
Yep.
You see an AT&T truck, you thinking they working on poles, them motherfuckers in the ground.
wiring some shit.
Even certain water towers, those are not even filled with
Nah,
water.
it's a big ass microwave
Yeah,
in there.
big microwave in there.
Yep. It says they should come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries.
Yep.
And for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Yep. For all the wickedness that this place has done. Woo! The Lord is getting ready to cast in the judgment.
That's right.
It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth thee, thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee.
Man.
And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. And then it goes, stand now with thy enchantments, and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Right, because all that's, the Lord going to withdraw all that. And you're going to have to deal with what's out here. Judgment.
Man.
You know? So, that's pretty much, that's it, right? Yeah, so it's going to be on out here, man.
Right.
This is why we come out here.
That's right.
That's right.
We don't want no parts of the
Right.
Most High's anger.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want none of that smoke. We want our children good.
God.
You know?
That's right.
So, y'all brothers got anything else?
I got
Hey. Yeah, go ahead,
about, little about that darkness that I was holding for a minute.
Okay.
Exodus 10, verse 21. And the Lord, Yahweh, said unto Moses, stretch out your hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
You see that? You see that? That was, you know, at least he shined the light.
One time.
Read it again, Akia.
Exodus chapter 10, verse 21. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch out your hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. Verse 22. And Moses stretched forth. And verse 22, Exodus 10. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place. 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling.
Right, bro. That's gonna be the land now. The Lord going, because that like we read in Ezra, the Lord gonna plague it with with plagues as Egypt with plagues as before. So if that occurred on the left-hand side, well, at the same time, the Israelites in Goshen was good. So the elect now represent when darkness and everything fall, the Lord gonna do something for us.
We're gonna have the light, basically. We're gonna have the light. The Lord gonna guide us. This wisdom and knowledge is our light.
That's right.
God.
You know?
That's right, bro.
So, hey, like we've been, like the Spirit had us going in, man. It's getting ready to get ill out here.
Right.
And if you ain't right with the Lord, it's gonna be very bad for you.
Trouble.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that, man, we're gonna give all praise to our power.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm not wasting no time.